I apologize for the delay, everyone. There's spoopy piano music playing, and so I will speak spoopily. Speak. Words are hard, screw it! We're back. It's time for Carry Crown. I combo breakered myself. We took a couple weeks off. There were a combination of personal self-care days going on, Robin being off on magical, wonderful vacations, and people living life, basically. So we took a few weeks off, but we're back, and I'm more than eager, more than excited to take my party through the dungeon that is Harrowstone and murder them horribly. Asiri is not with us tonight. Asiri has had some pretty good news in the wonderful world of her IRL life, so she's got to take care of that this weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like we'll be losing her after that, but she should be finishing up Harrowstone with us. But I will say, Chewy, thank you for hanging out as always. Robin, Anthony, thank you guys so much for your support on Patreon. And I suppose we'll dive right back into the fight with the Poltergeist, and Molden is first.
Oh, am I?
You are way back over there.
I hear music.
You do, because this game works so much better with spoopy music.
I see.
So say
last I remember,
on
I believe I just located a bunch of objects.
Yes.
Like potions and stuff. I guess I will try to grab, things that I think are most valuable first. I don't remember what they were, to be honest.
It's totally fine.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. That is indeed a thing. Okay, so there were a couple of potions of, like, weird, swirly stuff. One of them was broken on the ground. There was, there was Tommy scrolling, to this room, which was called, where, that one, there it is. The Infirmary. There are several various vials and potions and things. 2 fully stocked healer's kits are, like, you can look at that and be like, that's that thing. Other than that, it's just a lot of alchemical and magical potions. To know their properties would be checks or, like, a wee little taste.
I would like to grab as many of those as I can. Mainly the potions and vials and, the basically full potions. Anything that looks like it would be, useful. Like that would be a finished product, not like, stuff that isn't finished.
Of course.
Type of deal,
So then in total, that's 4, 6, 9, 12, 14, there's 18 items in total. We will, let's have you roll a d6. You can decide how long it takes you to quickly grab everything off the tables.
I mean, obviously, as soon as I see, signs of a poltergeist coming, I'm gonna want to,
yeah, right, of course.
Move. But
no, dude, you declared you're taking 6 rounds. You wait now. I understand. 2 rounds, barring any poltergeistery.
Sure.
And you begin grabbing up some stuff. We'll say that takes a full round. And now, I shouldn't target the person whose attendance is questionable. So instead, I'll target the guy who just got back from vacation. Welcome back! We're going to appear suddenly. The poltergeist is right where... Well, no, it would technically provoke from Asiri. We're slightly smarter than that. It will appear right there. As it does so, stuff in the room begins shaking and bits of broken wood go a-flying in the direction of Gildern. Oh, you guys have hero points, by the way. We're not doing in-character reflections right now because we're in the middle of actively fighting one another. So,
and
here we go.
It's been a few weeks.
And that's fair. Boom. What game is this again? This is my my Final Fantasy game. Yeah, I'm not that crazy. 20 to hit Gildern.
Yeah, that totally hits.
Nice. Now I have to remember where it says how much damage I do. Okay. I have to open up the spell it's using. Stuff goes a-flying at you for Why doesn't it tell me how much damage I do just immediately? I do not like this monster. I will do the same damage. I think I have to actually improv the damage. Yeah, because this is old AP. So 3 points of damage. The same amount of damage it was doing in the infirmary as splinters of wood crash into Geldern.
Ouch. Those are some of the worst splinters I ever got.
Tch. And now, as they are wont to do, but with that being naturally invisible and all, off it goes. It passes to Edgar.
All right. I am going to, as soon as it lets me grab my character, roll 20.
Yeah, roll 20. Jeez.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to enter the room up here.
Sure.
And see if I can. I would like a. Can I make a perception check to try to get its general area?
You certainly can.
With stuff moving.
You're also a little quiet.
All
if you
right.
could bring your volume up just a little.
All right, how's that?
A little better.
Alrighty. Can you roll this for me since I'm still waiting on a monodile order to come in? A 9.
Plus 9. So you have an 18 versus my stealth of... I'm just going to throw a d20 at the board. Because I add a lot because I'm invisible. Everything in the room is shaking, but you have no idea where this thing is. Just that it's in this room somewhere. All of the debris is violently shaking and spinning around the room.
Alright,
Debris.
Yeah, the debris. You know, D-E-B-R-I-S, debris.
I would
Debris,
just like
gotcha.
to basically get ready to defend Geldern if anything comes at him.
Okay.
Just be ready.
Sounds good. So just like a readied standard, basically.
Yeah, like if I see something flying, nope, I jump in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Works for me. Hey, speaking of Geldern, Geldern's up.
I just remembered why I was running away in the first place. It's
Is it
invisible,
a-
and I have no means of detecting invisible things yet.
Yeah, that's a fair reason to want to get up out of here.
Damn you, level 2 spells!
Well, you're up, my friend.
Why would
Alright.
you want to run?
How could I thwart its plans? I could try some silly stuff. Maybe that works. I could try filling the room with illusionary objects and hope it tries to attack me with illusions. Try throwing illusionary objects at me.
I don't understand why this isn't working.
Well,
I
you
think
can
that-
make it so that the illusionary objects still act like they're flying at him and hurting him.
They're only 40% real. He only takes 40% of a D4. It'll be just fine.
Actually, not yet at the point where I actually have shadow magic. I'm so sad. Well, there's some spells that you can take that are shadow magic even in early games, but that's like I think it's like shadow anchor or something.
Mhm.
Where you like anchor someone's shadow to one spot. But yeah, I don't think detect magic works against ghosts to detect them.
I don't think it
Even
does
then,
either.
Yeah, even then, this thing's been moving, and you know,
Yeah, I mean, it also would kind of make detect magic too good if you can just detect invisible things that easily.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of see invisible if you can just use detect magic to do the same?
well,
Yeah.
because you know, like, yeah, you'd be using it as a standard action, but then it moves. The next standard action you get, it's not in range anymore.
Right.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's worth a shot to see if the thing maybe wastes his turn trying to throw non-existent objects at me.
Okay, sure.
I use silent image and populate the room with useless objects.
Okay.
I love it.
Works for me. Anything else?
I stand close to the vampire.
All
Hope
right.
that he may be able to find the location of the poltergeist, so I might be able to magic missile it.
Seems good.
But
Asiri goes over here and cowers in the corner. Geldern has gone. And now it's on Molden.
Do I have all this stuff, or do I need to take another turn here?
One more round, and then you would have everything at the end of this round. Quickly snapping up all the stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Just shoving it in my bag.
Gotcha. So if you guys watch Min-Maxing for Fun and Profit, you know the problem I have with immunities. So, for my illusionist, I'm going to say the poltergeist, who normally is immune to mind affecting, is not immune to mind affecting for the purposes of this. Because otherwise, like...
yes, cheating.
yeah, it's a little unfair. I am going to give it a little bit of a buff to its will save. But, not an immunity. What's my DC, Robin?
Alright, your DC for a first level illusion spell is... on which page is that?
It's
Over
the
here,
level
it's
itself
16.
16? Gotcha. Okay. So the the poltergeist believes that the illusory stuff is real.
Yes!
As soon as Geldern casts this spell and like bits of illusory wood appear, they Chewie, make a will save, DC 16. Oh wait, I'm rolling your will save. I'm so sorry. Chewie, what's your will save? Chewie? Chewie boy! Unmute yourself and give me a number!
And I was muted. I was like, 5. It's 5.
So-
he made it.
So, Edgar and Geldern both know that the things that are shaking aren't real, but then it comes flying at Geldern's head and goes like, Geldern sees a nail board come flying at him and do nothing. Then
I
the illusion,
pretend to get it.
the illusion gets another save because now it has a reason to disbelieve.
Yes! My acting is superb.
And it passes to Edgar.
I would like to use my detect undead to detect its location.
Okay. You detect the presence or absence of undead with 1 round of casting. Sorry to be that guy.
Yeah. I know it's there. I don't need to do that. Let's see. I guess I ready a holy water vial if I ever see it manifest.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Oh, Geldern. Concentrating on the spell, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, it has worked so far. That will be 2 rounds of no damage. I like that.
Seems good. Okay. And now you have all the stuff, Molden.
Alright, I will head out the way I came in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I only have 20 speed, actually, on this character right now. Double move then. Go diagonal. 4. There we go.
Okay. And if that's all,
That's all I can do.
this time the haunt tries to grab a bit of the illusion and it, like, you guys see the shake occur, but nothing happens. Except for the fact that the haunt gets really mad that it wasted a standard action. More or less. But now it knows what the illusion is. Edgar, do you continue to do a concentrate?
Concentrate. Oh yeah.
Okay. So that's important. Let me give you an aura, because you've got
Now
to...
you know that there are a metric ton of undead around us.
Yes, the whole place is haunted. You detect the haunt in the room behind you. You actually also, in total, you're detecting 5 undead auras within the reach of your magic.
Guys, there's 500 ores. There's 500 ores. Just keep muttering that.
Gain Geldern. Unless Edgar had a move action.
No, I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, the jig's up, Geldern.
All right. I was just waiting for currently for Chewie to say yes or no to having a move action,
Gotcha.
but apparently he can't answer right now. Maybe he already muted himself again.
If you're ready to move out, I'm ready to move out of this room too.
Yeah, totally. Running away seems like a perfect tactic. I mean, tactical retreat. Tactical retreat. It's very brave to tactical.
And make sure you tell Siri to tactical retreat as well.
Isn't she the first to tactical retreat?
Sure.
No, I think she's in the corner
20,
somewhere.
25, 30. She starts running. 5, 10, 15, 20.
She's got that insanely high run speed. With the run
Yeah, true.
Cat magic!
We should probably also decide in which direction we want to run away.
Well, presently,
know is safe.
you could run back out the front door, or you could try to swim out.
Oh.
Or you could always jump down that hole.
Swimming doesn't sound good.
Jumping down mysterious.
Jumping down holes also sounds bad. I've read a lot of stories about people complaining that GM was out to murder them because they dived after jumping down a hole.
Oof.
Yeah, dude, we're not jumping down hole.
No.
We're not jumping down hole.
No.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
yeah, sure, jump down 30 feet, take damage, and end up being surrounded by enemies. That's healthy.
Yeah.
Is Timmy stuck in that well?
Just a bunch of
We'll be
prisoners.
stuck in that well.
You got eagles. You're cool. So cool.
Very true.
Tommy,
Okay.
Yes.
I had a question about rays on invisible. Like, I forgot how to do that. If I shoot a ray at something that's invisible,
It'd be concealment. 50% mischance. Need something other than sight to locate.
gotcha. All right.
All right.
Holes are bad.
should we-
Always
yeah.
use tops, says
Yeah.
Ross in chat.
It's still before mine if you want to run away, or just follow after you when running away. Pick a direction.
Oh, so you want me to run away first?
Well, it's your turn before mine, so
Alright.
you kind of have to run away
20,
before me.
25, 30.
I guess rope makes more sense than tops. Yes, indeed, Ross. Okay.
And I believe Edgar is the one without any gear.
Edgar has his magic sword and a brown paper sack.
My magic evil
Exactly.
vampire alchemical sword.
Indeed. Also, I'm 3 weeks foggy. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure the haunt is dispelled in here
Yeah,
You-
for now.
for the time
Or
being.
no, I think we found the body under the thing, or no, we didn't do that. That was not a body under.
No, that was you guys did that with the furnace haunt. And you
Yeah, we
moved into
couldn't
the
find a
water and
body.
dropped it. Okay.
Uh,
Movements happen.
5, 6 squares. That should be how far I can move.
Understood. Okay. So then, as that happens, rising from the water. Not one,
Wait,
Where's the water?
not
wait,
two.
am I the only one at the water?
Yep. But 3.
What's rising?
Can you see these? You can kind of see one of them, but you hear the sounds of several splashes as skeleton figures begin rising up, like walking out of the water. They
Good
turn
thing
in Geldern, or not Geldern, he's in the other room. They turn in Molden's direction. As they do so, their bones, like as soon as they clear the water, they begin to char and smoke starts rising off them. And it passes now to Molden.
Good thing we didn't decide to swim.
Alright. Since Mother of Pearls, I honestly do not remember how many more I have, but I'm pretty sure I didn't even come anywhere close to how many I have. I think I probably only did 2 if I did any. Maybe 3, which means I should have at least 3 more.
Casting
I would like to-
summon spells.
Yep, Eagles.
Gotcha. You
Right
did
there.
1 in the furnace. You did 1 against the flamey guys. You used 2, to my knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. But I'm at 100%, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Oh,
Make your roll, my dude.
why is it always so low?
Oof.
Glad I have the +1, but gosh.
And 2 burbs. Burb 1.
Right on there, then I can partially see.
Burb 2, gotcha. Let me give you control really quickly. Got them summoners in Roll20 probs. Here we go. Her name is nobody, controlled by Moldy. Has sight, has dark vision. Bang. And I'm just going to copy that one. And I'm going to apostate it right there. Okay, fair enough. The casting is successful.
Alright, perfect. They will smite evil. Well, the first one will smite evil on that one. So if any of them hit, that's an extra 1 damage.
Definitely hits. And 21 hits.
Does the 17 and the 18 hit?
I'll tell you in just a second. I gotta bring up
Sure.
stats for these guys. Because they're that, and they're from this game. Here we go. I'm sure those probably all 3 connect.
Okay,
Swing it at
then
like a 12.
add 1 point for each one of those.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
that is 17 points of damage.
Sounds good.
That's smiting.
And there is also an explosion. If I could just find my hit points. Where are my hit points? Oh, why? Oh,
That
why
was
is there an
illegal.
ad? There's an ad over my hit points. That's so dumb. I'm pretty sure 18 is more than enough to make the skeleton go away, though.
And then the other eagle will smite evil on the other skeleton that it's within range of.
Okay.
Okay, what do we got here? I need to find a way to separate these better. Okay, 21, a 9, and a 16.
The 9 misses. It's the only one that does.
Okay, so the 16 dealt 6 points of damage, and the 21 dealt 5 points of damage.
Seems good.
11 points. And I will, as my move action, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep moving.
Okay, understood.
With all my actions.
Alrighty.
Action economy is great.
Yeah!
Wish I had more eagles though.
Don't we all? Really quickly, let's do some math. 24, 17, 17. 24 doesn't matter. 24 is dead. So that happened. So that...
Oh, they're attacking the eagles?
I'm just rolling them into initiative. Oh, this one's dead too. You break all of its DR because you smote it. Nice.
Oh yeah,
The skin.
they are smiting.
Okay, cool. So then next up, now that we know someone did a magic and hurt our feelings, we will do
I knew I would make him mad.
do I have Linus? I gotta kill that aura. We all know that you're concentrating, and we're so happy you have concentration powers. Those are sweet. But I'm having problems seeing through this yellow nonsense. Get up out of here! Well, boom! Okay, neat. So, do I have line of sight? Can I... Yes!
God dang it.
Edgar!
I wonder which square it's in.
Yeah.
God dang it, Tommy.
A 23 to confirm. Or 20 to confirm, rather. Excuse me.
It
Yes.
hit.
Alright.
He does hit by 10 AC.
I'm targeting Edgar on this one. Fortunately, there's a little bit of awkward coverness for Geldern, so I can't quite get there. So I'm going to hit the first one I can.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
double. 4 points of bludgeoning damage, Chewy, as now the nail board that's actually real connects with your face area.
That one probably hurts.
Dang it.
Dang it.
Oh man.
Does it go? Why does it hit towards my wig? Does it knock my wig off?
Sure.
Since it does have a wig.
Yeah, probably.
You see that I am actually bald, Gildan. As my wig flies off.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I took a trait that actually give me bonuses to wear a wig and to be bald.
Oh man. Gelder feels really sorry for the deaf here.
Tommy's never heard real European police sirens in his whole life. Nice. Anyway, Skelly
That's
Boy.
that's actually mine. That's Japan, and that's the ambulance sirens
Fair enough.
next to a hospital. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. It's new sounds for me. I'm going to 5-foot step, and I'm going to swing my broken weapon, my sad weapon, at this eagle here. And have a 4 to hit. Never mind. Edgar's turn. That was so good. So productive. Hooray for me!
Could you keep that up? I like that way better than you rolling crits.
Yeah, I bet. Alright, Edgar, if you finish the casting now, you would have the third round in.
I finished the casting.
So on the third round of concentration, Edgar's Detect Undead is able to give us this. Well, let me see exactly how Detect Undead reads. I've been running off Detect Magic. That's a different spell. Let's use the right one. Here we go. Detect Undead, Pathfinder. That's not how you say that at all. On the third round, the strength and location of each undead aura. If an aura is outside your line of sight, you discern its direction, but not its exact location. So yeah, you can. I will, as long as Edgar remains concentrating. That's the only hang here. Lair. Boom.
But now he has information on how many undead sources and where they are in general idea, not exactly where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He can also detect the one remaining skeleton. That is probably all. It takes your standard action to keep concentrating.
Alright. I'd like to throw my holy water at the location then.
Okay, it takes your standard action to keep concentrating, so you can't.
Oh. Okay. I pointed out to Gildan. Magic missile there!
A magic missile of the darkness.
Yes, you do! Okay. So, magic missile versus concealment. Somebody's gonna have to remind me. How does that work again? Can we do that?
I have no idea. I thought you couldn't magic missile something you cannot see.
Magic.
Yeah, I think
missile.
I need a straight up target.
Yeah, I think you need to be able to see them, but then
So
it's
long as it has less than total cover or total concealment. So, yeah. You know his square.
total concealment.
If you got anything
I
else
know
you can do,
square.
you know the square. Magic missile won't work, though.
Okay.
But I heard that.
I guess I know square. Let's be brave. I take a step forward and burning hands on the square that I was told.
Okay.
Ooh,
That is a thing.
that is a thing.
Spicy.
All right. Level 3, I think.
Yep, that's the idea.
Time. Yes. Okay, so it's 3d4 fire damage.
My
And I have
character's
a
not over 20 at all.
reflex save.
Yes!
Okay. That
I
happened.
really like this hound. He keeps failing stuff.
Yeah, he's still kicking. You hear an unearthly shriek as you hold your hands out and the fire bursts forth. The room begins shaking more menacingly. But if assuming you weren't being lied to by Edgar, he's definitely there.
I'm just glad I wasn't in that area when he did the burning hands.
Yeah,
In the room where he can't see me.
that's fair. It is on you now, though, Malden.
Alright, I'm going to tell the Eagles, free as a free action, to keep attacking. And do I know, can I discern what square the poltergeist is in based off of what Edgar said?
Yeah, Edgar is certainly loud enough, I'm sure.
Just making sure. Alright, then I will attempt a Disrupt Undead.
Okay.
Which, oh gosh, I'm not 100% sure.
It's a ranged touch attack, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, high or low?
Hi.
So 50 or better,
Yay!
you are eligible to hit the thing.
Alright, now I gotta... Unfortunately, I didn't make a thing for this one. Like, an auto...
The macro.
yeah, the macro. Yep, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm trying to say without saying the thing.
So D20 plus bad plus dex is the first step.
Yep, I'm doing that right now. I'm adding it all up.
That hits.
Yay! It hits! Alright, I think it only deals 1d6 of positive energy.
Mm-hmm. You got it. Okay.
Are you sure it wasn't disrupt computer?
It was disrupt computer. Okay, so that happened. That's
Alright, can my eagles 5-foot step, or do they need to make fly checks? What's it? How's
they
that
can take 5 foot steps.
work? Okay. This one will take a 5-foot step here, and then this one will move around the long way so that it doesn't get attacked.
Okay.
And then so that they're in flanking, because they're smart like that.
They are.
And they actually get if they hit because of flanking, they have oh, they don't have it yet. Never mind. That one a 22, a 24, and a 23, and then a 10.
Yeah, those both hit.
Okay, so that's 6 and 5. They're not. That one's not smiting this time, and then just 1.
6 and 5. Yeah, unfortunately, without the smiting, it becomes a lot more difficult. The bites can still pull out rib bones and stuff, but the talons are not quite getting there.
I'm also curious because they are technically celestial, so I don't know if that makes a difference.
It does not.
Okay. And then that's a 18 to hit.
And oops hits.
And oops hits. 1 point.
Which gets a whole lot of nowhere.
Yep. Well, it's still able to buy some time then and do something.
Indeed.
All right, that's all my turns.
Gotcha. So there's a move action to here. I
moved here. Oh, what?
I moved the. It's now the poltergeist turn.
Gotcha.
I moved Spoopy Pants, and I'm leaving Spoopy Pants on the board because Edgar can detect Spoopy Pants. Gets really close to Asiri and Geldern, and we're gonna try to once again throw some debris. Here goes the debris. 13. It hits the AC of 10 that is Geldern.
Yep.
For 4 points of damage.
God damn it. Could you have rolled a 1 or something?
Nope.
That actually hurt.
This
Two
time.
rolls and I'm down.
Bits of, like, busted benches go flying, crack you in the face. Oh, can I hit a burb?
I'm in yellow health now, at hell of half HP.
17 to hit an eagle.
Don't eagles have, like, ridiculous AC?
Anthony.
Ah, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that hits the eagle.
For 1 point of slashing damage.
Okay, that's gonna take a while if that's the case.
The bones of the skeleton continue to smolder and smoke rises from it. Edgar continues to concentrate.
Yes, it's right there, as I pointed out again.
And Geldern turns his face and is whapped in the face with a board. Pass to Geldern.
It's right there. I turn and take it. It's like, ouch. Okay, is it my turn?
Yes, you're on.
Well, time to ruin this poor church. Flaming hand.
Okay.
Once again.
Is that a reflex for half? That's a reflex for half, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have 1 hit point remaining after being disrupted. If you'd like to flavor that kill.
Yes!
Yes!
Well, I put my hands together, thumb facing each other, and a wave of fire whooshes over the banks inside the church. And you see the outlines of the haunt and how it's like starts evaporating. It's kind of like how it looks when a sheet of paper starts burning from the sides, like the glimmering, where it's like slowly burning away. But instead of paper, it's the illusory form of the haunt. It feels beautiful.
I'm sure it feels beautiful too. And before you end your turn, if you could please roll 2d4 for me.
Alright, sure.
We're gonna have to find the body, right?
Got it. Alrighty. If there's nothing else from Geldern, we'll swing it on over to Molden.
Alrighty then. I was actually going to do this before this poltergeist died, but now that the poltergeist died, it's even better. We're gonna disrupt undead. Try to hit touch AC on the skeleton,
That hits.
and then 5 positive energy.
Got it. Still standing, still shaking, still burning.
Still shaking, still burning, and might as well have the eagles just go crazy because they can possibly do criticals.
I see a 6,
fact-
which beats the DR5 over bludgeoning, and it has 1 hit point left. Flavor away!
There's a natural 20. The eagles just go in there and start tearing it and biting it apart and literally tearing bones off of it. This, as it's smoldering, it just starts ripping the rib cage apart. The skull is just flying everywhere as the celestial eagles are just tearing into this thing, which I believe they still look more like tiny phoenixes. I believe is what we kind of went with.
I believe,
Where
yeah.
they're glowing, shimmering phoenixes, and they're just so it's just a dazzling display of all this burning and smoke and ash and bone just flying everywhere as they just go to town on the skeleton.
And that takes us off the initiative.
I still have no idea the poltergeist is dead, so I'm gonna move and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
As that is happening, a Siri, oh god, Emmy, I'm sorry, I can't think of it. She has a panic attack and runs out of hairstyle. She runs away. I don't know.
It's fine. That was our last order to her. She's
Fair
just
enough.
following orders.
Yeah, that's all she's doing. So we've got minutes on those eagles, and the floor is back to y'all.
All right.
I pick
So
up
what
my
happened to the
information.
poltergeist? Or what happened to the invisible creature that I don't think we actually identified correctly?
We somehow managed to get it killed.
Do
Was-
we know if we need to put its bones or something to rest, or it's going to come back tomorrow?
I'm not sure. Let's us consult our memories / roll religion.
Yeah, that would be the one.
I have a religion of 4.
Does this technically count as monster lore?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely does.
Do I have religion? I do not. I'm not a religious person.
Oh, natural 20 and then +3 on top of that.
Malden, on the other hand, has this one down pretty well. So that was definitely a poltergeist. The shaking of everything in the room and the throwing of everything in the room is a clear indicator of that. Alrighty. Let me go boom. There's so many rooms in Harrowstone that are just, there's nothing important here. It's a room. Makes me so mad. Okay, so you know that the reason you couldn't find it is because these things are naturally invisible and you would know that it will eventually come back. There's putting it to rest all the way like permanently probably goes along with solving everything else that happened in Harrowstone. But it usually doesn't happen like overnight. It could be a little while.
You mean the solving or the respawning?
The respawn.
Both.
Probably both.
I think there was some more stuff in the infirmary. Let's go check it out. If the poltergeist is gone and the skeletons are gone, let's
It was
keep
skeletons?
going for now.
I did hear some splashing noises, but I didn't see any.
Yeah. No, that was not a big deal. I mean, my eagles, they kind of just took care of the skeletons.
I mean, they're like
fine.
flying
It's fine.
dogs, munching on those bones.
They are. They are gnawing on them with their beaks, just trying to just see the eagle in the back just gnawing on a smoldering bone.
Seems good.
They're majestic.
So you guys want to go back to the infirmary and look around then?
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe we are okay, so yeah. The eagles follow me.
God damn it. What the hell? Some reason the map is weirdly moving around when I'm trying to move my character.
There you go. You're probably
Yeah.
caught in the dynamic lighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the dynamic lighting, sometimes you have to angle it in the right way or else you're stuck.
It's
I left
weird.
little
It's like,
holes
when
everywhere because
move
I feel
my
like
character upwards at the same time, the rest of my screen gets moved downwards. Like I'm getting repelled by my character.
I left little holes in the dynamic lighting because I feel like Harrowstone would be a place where you could see a bunch of like through cracks and things. So those will be canon now, I guess.
Nice.
Makes sense.
So other than, as you guys go looking around, other than what Molden is carrying, there's not really much of anything of value here.
Still looking for the bones. I thought, I honestly thought poltergeists could be put to rest if you found their bones.
Poltergeists usually have some method of putting them to rest, but it's not usually about like finding a body and putting it to rest. Usually it goes a little deeper than that, like stopping the reason for its haunting, basically.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's take a little look. See here. I mean, after we looked in here, let's look at the items that we got and try to identify some of this stuff. And I pull out all the stuff I pulled out of the room already, and like, all right, let's try to identify this stuff. Hopefully, we don't get attacked by another poltergeist or anything while sitting here.
Okay. Anybody got craft alchemy?
No.
No, I don't think I took a craft.
I craft trader. I trade stuff. Merchant.
You might be able to make it. That might function as a check, yeah.
That works? Really?
Sure. You would have maybe seen them from selling them.
Nice. I think I'm actually good at that. Let me see. +4.
Are none of them magical in nature? Because I will try to detect magic on them.
4 of the potions are magical in nature. So
Wow.
you
That's
ping
cool.
4 of the potions, kind of like, yeah, that's a thing. But then Gelderin starts looking through stuff, and a lot of this is pretty common, like throughout Usalov, because there are a lot of things that go bump in the night, and there are some things you need to use to protect yourself. First and foremost, like I said, there are a pair of fully stocked healer's kits, as well as 4 potions of Cure Light Wounds, caster level first. 3 vials of antitoxin.
Of what toxin?
Antitoxin.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm scared.
2 vials of anti-plague.
That could be useful. I think I'm probably still diseased from stuff.
You are. Both you and Edgar still have some stuff ticking. There are 2 doses rather of blood block. The third is clearly broken and useless on the floor now after the poltergeist. As well as 3 doses of smelling salts and 2 vials of soothe syrup, as we all quickly move to the SRD to see what any of those do at all.
Would you put those in our Discord?
Yep, will do.
Thank you.
Yeah, pretty much. Galen just walks around, takes the vials into his hand. He's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen some of those before. Some of those we sold. I've seen that handled by some of the guards we had for our caravan."
Well, I'm definitely thinking the Cure Light Wound Potion should be passed around. The anti-plague should definitely be drunk by you two.
Yeah.
Whoever needs them.
I don't even want to know what kind of diseases I currently have.
A lot.
Yes, the most of the party.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an achievement you want to have, but I sadly do have that achievement.
So if you drink a vial of anti-plagues, you get a +5 alchemical bonus on fort saves against disease for the next hour. And if you're already infected, which you guys are now, you would roll for advantage in that hour period.
In that hour period.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's only that hour period? I thought it was actually one of those where like you drink it and then the next time you have to make that save before the disease.
Yeah,
right away.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I assume kind of that it would be like the medicine check where you also get like a bonus.
Not quite. And
That's
the
unfortunate.
antitoxin is probably the same thing. Actually, it might not be. Hold on. Antitoxin
Yeah, the
is
antitoxin was like 4 hours or something like that, I thought.
a +5 alchemical bonus on fort saves against poison for an hour. Blood block. That sounds fun. It blocks your blood. You stop bleeding. Actually, that might literally be what it does. Blood Block is using a dose gives you a +5 alchemical bonus on heal checks for providing first aid, treating wounds, and it ends bleed effects. The
Literal blood block.
Yeah. Does exactly what you think it does. Smelling salts. They grant you a new saving throw to resist any spell or effect that has already rendered you unconscious or staggered. If you're exposed while dying, you become conscious and staggered, but you have to try to stabilize you get ferocity with smelling salts, basically. Good God. That's the thing.
To be fair, you have to actually have the smelling salts open in order for you to get ferocity.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super sweet for like a prehensile tail alchemist. Just whip that up and like just and off you go. You're super good at everything. That's awesome. Soothe syrup. It's you put it on your pancakes and you feel better. Hang on, we're getting there. Soothe syrup coats your stomach and makes it much more difficult for you to succumb to queasiness. For 1 hour, you get a +5 alchemical bonus on saves to resist effects that would make you nauseated or sickened.
Huh.
Basically, all par for the course. What you would find in an infirmary.
So many diseases in this AP, and we found the cures.
Yeah.
Well, somewhat.
You found something to help you out. Jeez.
Yeah.
And there's also, in case it's unclear, there's a door right there, and then there's that door there.
I mean, we got that red fever or whatever. That's already bad, but I also got stuff from the Sturge with me, and that was a randomly rolled disease. So I could have all kind of nasty stuff.
Gilman has like mummy rot, and he doesn't know it.
Yeah, I was just about to say it. Mummy rot. I'm pretty much dead. I just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling? Are we okay? Are we injured? What do we need?
I would say I'm about halfway okay.
Halfway okay. Should we continue, or are we gonna go and camp for a little bit and try to get a little bit of recovery in?
I mean, I could take a quick breather, but there's no short rest.
There is no short rest.
I can't roll hit die during a short rest. It's not 5th edition.
Well, you could always try to
have to go
barricade
out.
the room. Sleep in a haunted prison.
I would like
No, we are not sleeping in a haunted prison.
I would like to detect the presence of undead just to see what's near us.
Okay.
If I can, since there's cracks, can I detect through the cracks?
It's okay.
Sure.
I wonder if you're now down to detecting 4 undead now that we killed one.
Hopefully.
It's not dead. It's just gone for now.
Well, he should still stop detecting it, right?
Yeah, right now Edgar doesn't detect anything.
Oh, that means
We're
moved
good.
away?
Wait, it went from 5, but we only saw 4, and now it's down to none?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it
Oh,
got
that's-
bored.
That's good to know.
That's suspicious.
That's very suspicious. Should we go back to where we were detecting 5 and see if we can find the 5th?
I'm wondering, Edgar,
Yes.
can you keep detecting and slowly move towards that well? I'm getting
No,
suspicious
we're not
of
doing
it.
well.
I'm getting suspicious of the well.
Yes, I'm always suspicious. We're not going down into the basement yet.
If we go down there, I'm throwing holy water down there before going down there.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's full of water already, the holy water's not going to do anything.
It makes it holy.
Well, if it's full with water, then just turn all the water in it into a holy water.
Yeah.
You need a very powerful cleric to do something like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason why.
I once heard that Jesus is a mystic level cleric and can turn the whole ocean into holy water.
Oh yeah.
That would be impressive.
That would be
What are we
impressive.
thinking? Are we going to try to go take a long rest, or are we going to try to continue?
taking a long rest here would be suicidal.
I'm not saying here. I mean, literally
Okay.
go outside of the prison, go outside of the boundaries, go back into the woods, and take a long rest.
That might not be a bad idea. I'm burned through
It's
2/3
pretty
of
dangerous.
my resources, and I'm only half okay.
Remember, we're in one of the most haunted places there is, and I mean, like, we're gonna get attacked in the middle of the night, more than likely. I can already see it coming.
Maybe your holy symbols can protect you that you're wearing, Gildan. Oh, a million.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing a whole bunch of holy symbols.
They protect you here, actually, better than anywhere else. I think they only protect you here.
Yeah.
That's kind of ironic considering who wore them before you.
Yeah. They are attuned to this place.
That they are.
So what are we thinking?
I like the idea of a long rest, somewhat, some paces away from this place.
Gildan looks like he needs to sleep this encounter off.
Yeah. Also, that gives me maybe another chance to get rid of some of the diseases. I'm not sure.
How far is
break out?
if we were to walk from Harrowstone to the town? How long would it take?
Hour-ish.
Hour-ish? Okay. I'm thinking we walk literally 2 hours away in the opposite direction.
Okay. Can do.
That's just what I recommend to the party. I don't know what they think. I mean, chances are we're going to get attacked by some vampires or something in the middle of the night. But,
I can smooth things over with them.
maybe we could
kidding.
find a nice cave where there's some nice werebears that actually like us.
Yeah, they're LG. You'll be fine.
Yeah, they're LG. They won't just kill you because they're territorial bears.
Nah, not even.
Let's go camping.
Yep, that's what we're gonna go do. I
Okay.
think, right?
And we
That's
don't have
what we're
to
on
go through
board
this
with.
path again. You know that one haunt that keeps coming back, guys? We can just leave it alone.
Well, next
Go
time we
to
come
the
back,
left
we'll
side.
just hit it again.
True.
Okay. So then you guys head out of Harrowstone. Nothing stops you from doing so. Eagles go poof. Resting happens. Resting would be nice, don't you think? So, the first thing... Keep watch?
I will cast. Who here has good perception as well,
I
and
got
wants to
9.
wear their armor through the night?
I mean,
Who?
when terrible perception counts as good perception, then I
I got good
Okay.
perception.
have a +0 bonus.
Well, actually, I did not use any of my first level spells, so I can actually cast it 3 times. Keep watch on all 3 of us.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. So we literally can stay up without any ill effects,
Seems
and
good.
it counts as a full rest.
And everyone gets their spells and their stuff back.
Yep, it counts as a full rest. It's 8 hours as if we slept, and then we can literally stay up and keep watch and keep our armor on and everything.
Alrighty, fair enough.
Much health do I regain?
You get your level times basically your level and hit points back. So level 3 gives you back 3 hit points.
Okay.
Like, does anybody need actual healing?
Well, I'm at HP out of 16.
Then I can do a cure light wounds as well then. before we
Yeah.
go to bed,
It
even
makes
though-
sense. You can burn a...
Even though that means I literally have no spells if we get into a fight, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, better use it now if we get surprised, so you don't have to spend an action in fight.
You get 7 hit points back.
Alright, that plus sleeping puts me at full.
Okay.
And if you don't sleep, if you get attacked midway, I'm still at 1 HP below full, so even then, would be fine.
Remember, you're not sleeping. You're actually wide awake, but it counts as a full rest.
Indeed.
You just can't do anything like as if you were sleeping, but you're able to watch. Keep watch. Literally the name of the spell.
So we're not
And
on
here
this
comes
map. I'm going to slide us over to this map because I rolled a thing. I'll put everybody here.
Yep, of course.
You guys, in the midst of your keeping watch in the woods, I was going to do just a too many wolves encounter, but I don't think I want to do that. That's boring. let's. I think there's some more fun Zambo things I can break out here. What else happens in Ravengrove that's horrible? That's the thing we can do.
Two
Yeah.
halls.
So many
Oh, yeah.
haunts. Could all three of you make a perception check for me?
A 9 is what you had.
Plus 9. So then Edgar can't fail.
There's a possibility of failing? You have
Can't
to roll
fail.
it for him.
It's a DC 10. He has 9. He can't fail.
I got 24.
So you guys all go looking around as like you're like back to back to back in the middle of this woods looking around, and all three of you notice it basically cutting. If you're all in a triangle pattern, walking, I will demonstrate on the map betwixt Edgar and Molden, then moving back in the direction of Harrowstone, circling around all three of you at least once. Footprints. Nothing seems to be making the footprints, but they certainly appear.
Detect evil?
Human shaped footprints.
You try to detect evil, and as you go to detect evil, nothing. The tracks also disappear.
Creepy. Good thing that we
The
don't
tracks
need to
human
sleep
shaped
to
or-
rest. Because after this, we might not be able to sleep anymore without nightmares.
And Chewie, what were you
What
saying?
point?
Were they human shaped or animal shaped?
You got survival?
Yes.
What you add?
I add a
You were plus 11 last I checked?
10.
10. I think you can't fail it either. So, Edgar's having some problems remembering it. Goes a looking around and realizes the tracks were pretty big. They scrunched in, kind of like the night bus in Harry Potter when it needed to move around you guys. A team of 6 horses and a cart.
Huh.
A team of 6 horses and a cart.
That's a lot of horses in a cart. Are we under attack or anything?
You don't appear to be. Everyone feels fine.
We are obviously not under attack. The GM hasn't told us to roll initiative.
That's very true.
Detecting undead.
Detect Undead gets you nothing.
Invisible.
Those are
It's not
fighting
undead.
words.
Uh,
I mean, the night previous, I believe we saw will-o-wisps or something like will-o-wisps floating around. So, I mean, I just think it's an illusion at least this point in time.
Mhm.
I could be wrong, but let's just keep watching. And
in that case, I'm a
Fascinating.
specialist on illusions and magic. Maybe I should roll something or inspect them.
You could
Can
try
I
an
identify
Arcana.
them as...
Wouldn't that be like a spellcraft or something?
Also could work.
Okay.
well, let's not do anything vigorous, huh? Let's just,
Yeah, we're
unless
just
we
checking.
attack,
Okay.
we'll do.
Okay.
Are
we're
those
just-
things illusions? I'm
So-
knowledgeable about illusions.
Kind of, yeah. Less of an illusion and more of this whole area is at least kind of haunted. You're far away from Harrowstone, but apparently not far enough to have escaped its effects entirely. You're probably fine. Nothing is jumping out, but the whole county is gonna bear the scars of this place.
Okay, then I inform the rest of the party that pretty much these are kind of illusionary tracks. We are not in direct danger, but we still haven't quite escaped the range of the prisons.
And as
We're
you go
2 hours
as you
away.
go to inform them of that, both Molden and Edgar see that Geldern's eyes have lost focus, and he's kind of just staring off into space.
Like in the middle of explanations, like,
Just kind of like goes to a stop. Gildern looks around, and it's out of nowhere. This carriage comes, and like you hear the sounds of horses galloping through the wilderness, the cart's wheels slapping against rocks and things, and there's kind of like a snap sensation. And suddenly you are laying on a bed inside this wagon. All of the windows are barred. The thing is moving unnaturally fast.
Okay. Can I move?
You can.
I try to look out. How fast am I moving? How much would it hurt if I tried to jump off?
Pretty bad. You're moving faster than anything you've ever seen move.
Okay.
I realize I'm talking to a German when I say this, but I'll say it anyway. We're talking like Autobahn speeds.
Yeah, like German Autobahn speeds, where there's actually unlimited speed.
The only speed limit is don't be stupid.
Yeah.
That is fast.
Yeah.
I'm used to going like 75 if it says that, or 50.
Okay, I will study my surroundings. How real do I feel this is?
You feel pretty real. You go looking around. You were laying on a makeshift bed, which is like you've got up, look out the window, turn around. The bed appears to be nothing more than just moldy straw. There was a bit of food sitting on it, like a little plate next to the bed, which now has gone to just moldy, wormy gruel. As you look back out the window, you realize that apparently you're moving a lot faster than you thought you were. You see, out over a mist-shrouded hill, in the distance, the flickering lights of a town.
Do I recognize the town?
It's Ravengrow, as if you were right on top of the hill where Harrowstone is.
Damn, the thing really is fast. Okay, is it standing still now, or is it still moving?
Still moving.
Jesus.
Is it going toward the town or going towards Harrowstone?
It seems to be just circling.
Circling Harrowstone kind of deal? Or
As if it was
hill?
as if it were a car and someone just put a brick on the gas and then turned the wheel left.
Well, that's actually interesting, because in that case, what do I see going on in the town? Now that I get a round trip.
You don't see anything going on in Ravengrow or in Harrowstone. But as you go to look out, you feel warm and sticky something or other drip from the ceiling to land on your nose, then slide off onto the floor.
Okay, I look up.
And you
I have
see
dark visions.
in blood someone has written the letter G. Just like smack on top of the ceiling.
Okay. Do I get another flash like last time when I saw the V?
You do not.
Okay. Still, that reminds me. Did we put that into the thingy? No. Because at some point we wrote down what the full word was that flashed.
I gotcha. There you go.
Visor. Okay. Kind of always makes me think of Pokemon.
Visor!
The plant starter.
That's Venusaur, but
Yeah, I know, but it sounds so similar.
Indeed. And as you continue to look up, Robin, the letter E, a lowercase e next to the G, is before your very eyes, as if the carriage were a living being. Someone doesn't appear, but as if someone was like carving into the ceiling an E. The blood continues to drip down onto you. And Edgar and Malden just see Gildern, or not Gildern. Yeah, yes, Gildern. There's one less player. I have one less name to remember. Hooray! Staring blankly off into space.
I am immediately detecting evil on him as well, and trying to see if I can discern a source.
Yeah, he would. Geldern at first detects as evil when you go to cast it, which is weird because you know he doesn't before. After a few rounds, it's clear that something has come to visit him.
All right, disrupt undead.
Okay.
Since I think Geldern isn't normally undead, so let's disrupt it. See if I can do it.
Plot twist.
Positive energy.
More than one Dampier. We didn't know. So then, Molden casts.
It would be hilarious if I had kept quiet about my real race up to this point, and suddenly turns out I would actually have been undead.
Just wait, no, dead. So the carriage begins to shake violently, as if it had just struck a boulder. As Molden casts the spell, and it hits Geldern, and Geldern just kind of twitches a little. As the shaking happens, the L, as it's carved into the roof of the carriage, or the ceiling of the carriage, I guess rather, is really shaky, as if like you were had a pencil and were writing an L on a piece of paper, then someone ran up and shoved you. There's a 45-degree line that should be an L.
I'm just
spelling your name.
spamming that. If it looked like it did anything, I'm just going to keep on spamming it. It doesn't look like it's hurting Geldern. I'm doing that.
Okay.
How does it is it for me? Is only the writing shaking, or is it like the whole world is shaking for me?
The whole world is shaking, but you appear to be fine.
Okay. I'm still holding onto the railing. It's like, god dang it, an earthquake too.
An E. Or a D. Right? Yeah, a D first. Really, really, really shaky.
Is anybody else going to do anything? He might literally die here.
It seems like it's writing out my name.
I shake him.
Smelling salts. We got the smelling salts. Try to give him these.
Okay. You'd like to use one of the smelling salts?
Well, the smelling salts it has a little stopper. You can actually technically use them over and over and over again as long as you keep stoppering it. It lasts for a long time. But yes.
Fair enough. I guess that makes sense. It's not like you drink it. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So you give him the smelling salts, and Geldern comes to. Just kind of like there's a snap, and you're back in your body. As that happens, you guys see right across the way from you, a particularly large oak tree begins in the dark vision, because now all three of us have dark vision. It's grayscale. Yes. Yeah, no, right? Feels good. It looks not unlike the tree has started weeping sap, and it rapidly spells out Geldern's name.
Well, Geldern comes to himself with a gasp. He's like, kind of like someone who has been underwater too long and suddenly reaches the surface.
I have no idea how to stop this. You may end up dying here. It was nice knowing you, Geldern.
Burning hands the tree.
Okay. The tree catches fire. This forest is dense enough, and it's... Oh, what month is Calistral? I think Calistral is February. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, you really just started a forest fire.
I think we should move camp. The locals will find us.
Yeah, you can say. I'm like 90% sure Calistral is February. I'm forgetting though. It's in the Absalom Reckoning, Calistral. Yeah, so it's like the end of February. There's nothing green on that tree. You guys are, like, you have enough blankets and things and the ability to spark fire that you're not in danger. But the tree goes up. There are other trees next to it. Without some kind of action, you've done the opposite of prevent a forest fire. Do you remember when we were talking about werebears a second ago? That's a thing.
Don't worry.
Great water.
Good.
Great water. I will splash as much water as possible to stop the fire.
Good enough. The fire is stopped. Hey. Geldern's name is gone.
Okay.
Geldern, why are you trying to start a forest fire?
Well, if you were faced with a tree that was trying to kill you by spelling out your name, I think you would put it on fire too.
Did we see it spell Geldern? Or...
We have good perception. Probably did. We probably did.
Okay.
You did.
Is like half spelled
Why?
still on the tree?
It's gone now. It's between setting it on fire and then causing it to like evaporate and then throwing water on it. The best you would get is maybe like a smear.
Oh my god.
Gildan, remember when you opened up the book? Like the spell thing? And it spelled your name?
I forgot you're the one that you touched or looked in the book.
Oh, that's right. This has been so long.
Do you think they're connected? I think they may be.
Even though the DM actually did roll a d3, but yes, I think they're connected as well.
I mean, it makes sense for our characters to assume something like that.
Yeah. And do we remember who the book belonged to?
It's also I'm kind of wearing a cursed object of multiple gods, so I'm probably somewhat drawing misfortune to myself currently.
You are. You also have a little bit of a protection against Harrowstone effects because of the thing you're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe you two would have died already. Maybe it would have spelled your names faster. Also, I just noticed that from now on I should pick longer names.
Or like a really long title. No, your name's already really long. Just like switch around. Your name is Dunkelshot and it'll take forever.
Yeah. I just do it like the demons with their real names, which are like forever long.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay.
What time was this when this happened?
The middle of the night. It's probably like 2 a.m. now.
Well, that means keep watch wore off on 2 of us at least.
Does acting cause it to wear off?
Doing vigorous activity like casting Disrupt Undead or
Burning Hands.
casting Create Water, and like literally fighting.
Okay.
Yeah. It wears it off, but I don't believe Chewie's character did anything vigorous.
No.
Yeah, the question is how well Galdo will still be able to sleep after this counter. Getting into nightmare territory here.
Well, it means that we have to do real watches now, instead of just staying up all night.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that also means I have to take off my armor, which I'm not happy about.
I mean,
sleeping without armor.
Now that like half of the night passed, I think we will actually sleep somewhat into the day.
So how that works is with Keep Watch cast, the vigorous motion didn't happen. Like you got about like 4 hours of rest. So now Molden and Geldern would need 4 hours of sleep, which in theory Edgar could watch over, and then all 3 of you are fine. You just have to sleep out the remainder.
I'll take
it. That works for me.
Yeah, works for me too.
All right, Chewie.
Wake us up if anything happens.
You don't have a monitor, so I'm gonna. Here's that D100 for you. High or low, bud?
High.
The remainder of the night passes uneventfully.
What was it?
A 16.
It was low.
It was low.
Everyone gets back their stuff. Everyone gets some hit points back. And then the first thing I need is, when we wake up, Geldern feels real gross and needs to make a fort save.
When I feel real gross, can I drink in that moment? Do I still have enough time to drink one of those anti-disease thingies?
Do. Yeah.
Okay.
Anti-plague.
So that gives you a +5.
Yeah, on top of the bonus that I get from the medicine that was performed on me.
So a total of 9 on top of it.
Yeah. So, D20 plus 9.
Oh, I forgot. We have healing kits now, too.
You do.
Also, what's my base check? Be leveled up. That's 1. So it's 1d20 plus 10. Don't roll terrible. That's pretty good.
Okay. have to remember what it is you caught. It's been a little. Oh, was this? Yeah. All right, what you got there for me? You got
Is it the one that you rolled on the table for?
Actually, it was. Yeah. Okay. So when you wake up, it's cold out, but there's a fire going, but you're like inexplicably chilled to the bone. Geldern's teeth chatter, his hands shake, but you're able to like push forward on it.
Okay.
You seem to suffer no ill effects.
I have no idea what this disease is. Does anyone know one of the diseases where you like feel like freezing to death?
A heal check would grab it.
Are we able to use a healing kit on this one? Heal check?
You could.
Okay. I will do that then, and add a +2 to this. The first one, not the second one.
So it's very clear that at some point Geldern contracted devil chills. Probably from when he was bitten by the Sturge.
Devil chills? Oh no.
Do I know anything about it?
Yeah, with your roll, you know. Oh man, why would it be called that? It gives me no flavor text for why it's called devil chills. Something ice devils, something spike chains. You know he's gonna need to make the save 2 more times, and it's 1d4 strength damage every time he fails.
Oh jeez.
Eee.
Strength is my lowest score. That's really dangerous.
That is not good. Do I know when he's gonna have to make the checks at all, or is it like a daily thing, hourly thing?
It's a once a day thing.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right. Well, tomorrow morning, I would like to try to give him, the heal advantage or whatever.
I think you need to do that on the day before.
Do I need to do the heal check on him, or how's that work?
Yeah. I think you need to do the heal check today for it to work the next morning.
Right.
Yeah,
because the heal check is like a longer thing you need to do. So you can't do it like on the point where you need to do the save.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll use the healer's kit on it as well, so it's add another 2 to this, so 14 to try to help him out.
So it's awkward, but you're able to figure it out. He'll get a +4.
I hope so.
Nice.
And you also know that as you're looking around Edgar as well, the bites you guys got from the rat swarms are pretty infected, and they're starting to like leak a really. Well, neither of you are entirely human, so not like the bright green of pus. In Geldern's case, it's more of a like ethereal, or not ethereal, like a green black. I want to say like Golgari green, and I know Anthony understands. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but about like that. In the case of Edgar's, it's a little more like thin, but those wounds are definitely infected, and that is literally how one gets filth fever.
All right, Edgar, it's time for me to help you out. Let's see here. Let's put some bandages and wrap up with some healing stuff. 13.
13. Ooh, lordy. Okay, so that's 3 charges out of one of the healer kits, which they have 10.
Yep.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my. What's the DC on? Okay. It's difficult. You don't super know what you're doing, and in some cases the bandages shake a little, as if the poltergeist were still poltergeisting them. But you do what you can. You bandage the wounds, put some stuff that burns when you put it in the wound in, and that's what you got.
2 5s and a 4. Are you kidding me? I hate that.
Feels bad, man. Back to Harrowstone with you?
Yeah, the first one, is the 12 the final save, or is that the save without your bonus from the healer's kit?
Looks like they're all with +7. In any case, they all succeeded.
That's why I'm asking. I'm just wondering.
Makes sense. All right.
Yeah, you had to add 2 to each one of my rolls, so.
Of course. So, on the walk back to Harrowstone, who hasn't... Anthony hasn't rolled me a D100. Give me a D100. Let's see if we can make that 2-hour trek in peace.
Peace, peace, peace.
I'll say hi. Roll a D100. I'm beginning to
Hey,
think
if you said
16
high,
is
does that mean that that's a good thing?
Lucky number 16.
16 is the magic number. You reach Harrowstone, nothing jumps out at you. Probably at some point some wolves come sniffing your direction, but that's all. And back you go. Outside.
We don't smell like something that I want to eat because we're riddled with diseases.
Exactly. You smell like the zombies that walk around this part of the world.
That's even worse for Chewie because he's undead too, so he's even closer to a zombie.
There's probably a
Did the
vague
Siri
natural
need
aversion
healing?
to animals there, yeah. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did Asiri need any healing?
Asiri's fine. She has been quiet this whole time and just, guys, I'm sorry. And she kind of just sits outside of Harrowstone. She puts her back up to
Yeah,
the
but
wall.
I mean, like, I still want to make sure she gets the benefits of a full night rest and all that stuff. if
Yeah, she does,
has
she
anything
does, she does.
wrong.
She was able
Stand
to...
guard.
She's currently busy trying to figure out how remembering spells without a familiar works.
Pretty much.
Let's say that.
Yeah. Okay, so then, first things first. Who goes into Harrowstone first?
Oh yeah,
I
who
will.
who wants to suffer the haunt effects first? I think Geldrin, you have that.
I will. Because of my healing.
Yeah.
No,
Chewie
that
have-
one. That was the ice one. The first one this time is the rush of the horror or whatever, the scaring thing that just rushes you when you get into the door.
Yeah, I've somewhat
forgot about that
some
one.
kind of
But
kind
because-
of protection from the holy symbols. Oh, God damn it! It's still working that way where it pushes me away from where I want to move my thing.
It is. So we're not talking about the whoosh of that. We're talking about the walking in, crossing through the threshold. The sudden rush of claustrophobia and the split-second sensation that your skin is on fire. Geldern does have a
Yep.
little bit of a buff to it, but Chewie says he wants to go first. Chewie, need you to make a will
Yeah.
save.
Alright.
Which you add a number 2.
A 5.
Yeah, you're used to it. You're fine. So fine. Second thing, second. The foyer. Well, actually, there are some doors that have been destroyed, so that's not much of a problem anymore at all, is it? Yep, there's a couple doors that have been magic missiled. All four of the doors have been magic missiled to death. So never mind. That doesn't happen. And the floor is y'all's.
And
I think we should go
and
left,
we will
guys.
shoot the spot where the thing is from outside the room.
And that dispels it. Gotcha.
Just keep on shooting this disrupt undead exactly where it is, detecting until it's gone.
Noted.
It's like, guys, you know the drill.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you have any injuries, Chewie, you can walk in there, get your heals in.
Gotcha, yeah. Guys, I think we should go to the left.
Oh man, being able to heal from negative energy is great. You just keep one of those things as a pet, and you can have infinite healing.
It's really nice. This will spoil Jade Regent. If you don't want Jade Regent spoilers, mute the video or my players tell me really quickly. There's definitely a puzzle or a trap in Jade Regent that casts harm on you when you cross under it, and I had a Dampier go through it. It was really great to do 150 damage to everyone, but then the Dampier heals for 150 for just no reason. Anyway, that's a different story for a different time. I hear that Chewie wants to go in a leftward direction.
Sure. I mean, I think we almost reached the hallway above. So I think these doors right up here are to the infirmary. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Seems to be the position based on how we walked before, so that makes
should
sense.
we just go open the doors though, just to make sure?
Yeah, sure. Let's open the doors just to make sure.
Okay.
Chewie, you would like to go first, right?
Yeah, I go first.
Hey.
Nothing bad happens.
Oh man.
There are 5 doors in this hallway. And then the door, not counting the door you go to open, I should say, which definitely is the infirmary.
I walk past the doors, slide my hand over them lovingly, and whisper, "I will magic missile you later."
Oh, you.
I
Okay.
would like to detect undead to be safe.
You got
Going
nothing.
Down the hallway.
Nothing pings.
All right.
Oh, the
so
door
let's
seems
go
open
left.
already.
Whichever way you want to go. Let's left of the infirmary or left of where we enter into the building.
I think from where we entered into the building, since isn't Harrison, I think this building may be a square. I'll probably just eventually loop back.
Yeah, you guys could tell that from outside for sure.
All right, let's go left from where we enter. You're going first, Chewie.
Yep.
Okay. Well, if the three of you would like to make perception checks.
That's 9.
Just trying to show off how bad I am at perception.
So, I left the dynamic lighting off in here because there's nothing super bad in here. But it's important for you guys to know that there are 4 offices as you guys make your way down. It's a mess. A huge mess, but there's paperwork all over inside there.
There's something weird. I can't get through the door.
Oh, uh-oh. And Geldrin realizes he can't get in the door, as his name in blood is inscribed everywhere in that room, and he dies horribly. Check it.
Yay! I moved to the wall.
Sometimes we get stuck on things. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Shall we do some filing paperwork, or are we going to continue?
I don't think the paper will help us. Maybe give us names of of the ghosts that are actually attacking us, probably, or at least some prisoners' ghosts.
I think we can do some casual glancing at it, but if something like jumps out of us,
like read the,
figuratively and literally.
Okay. So also there is a door. There are 2 doors, actually. There's a door right here. Well, that's a dot. Go away, dot. I wanted ping. There's a door right there, and a door right there.
I will leave that on you guys on which way we should start.
I think we should magic. I look at Gildas. I think you should magic missile the doors open from a distance, before we can look inside before opening.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Magic missile the doors that straight ahead of us.
So that takes a little while. There's loud bangings everywhere. That's heard all over the place. Probably heard back in Ravengrow. And the door opens. Opens. The door shatters.
The door opens. That's a nice way to
I'm
say
curious why. Yeah, why hasn't anybody from Ravengrow even come to check out this place with all the loud noises we've been making?
They have other things on their mind right now.
Yeah, also this place is kind of haunted. So
they've probably been killing each other, to be honest.
Well, what's your next move, team?
Giant murder festival.
I know it sounds somewhat cool, but I wouldn't be bothered if they reduced their numbers.
I am not going into the door yet, but I'm getting close to it to look in.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Give me that's 9.
It adds 9. Okie dokie, here we go. 14. This spacious room smells of mildew and rot. A long desk and chair sit to the south, while to the northwest a narrow alcove contains a closed safe. Thick layers of dust cover everything in sight.
I'm walking in.
Okay. You're able to do so.
It's like there's no door there or something.
Pretty much.
But there's splinters. A lot of splinters.
I detect undead.
You got nothing. Actually, matter of fact, as you go to detect undead, this room feels... Oh, how should I put it? It feels lighter. The air around you is not as clingy, not as, like, pea soup humidity fog. Little easier to breathe in here. As Molden goes looking around. I'm sorry?
Did we find the restroom?
Not the restrooms. What you found was clearly based on like how nice all the desks and chairs and stuff were before things went bad. This must have been the warden's office.
Well, this is definitely a room we should actually spend a little bit of time looking through. And there's a safe over there.
I think we should check the safe and check the desk to see if there's anything at the drawers of the desk.
Okay.
I'm in agreement.
So the safe is locked. The desk itself is more of the same. If you guys spent some time like going through all the records and stuff, you could probably find stuff about the prisoners that were here. And like the general goings on at large of Harrowstone, but it would take some time. There are a lot of files. They're very disorganized.
I'm mainly looking for the files about those few super infamous ones.
Okay.
Because those are probably the most important to know about.
Makes sense. Yeah. So as Geldern starts to do that, it's very clear that's going to take a while. Everybody on board with that?
Yeah. I suggest, Geldern, can you magic missile the safe open?
That might destroy what's inside the safe. I'd be opposed to doing something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one thing to go up to a door and blow it down, but like if there's anything breakable inside that safe, you would destroy it.
Yeah, and then like when you're magic missiling a safe, what you're doing is you're just making. You know how there's a box? You're now crushing the box.
Yeah.
So whatever's inside of said box is going to be crushed as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different thing if there was just like a lock hanging on it, then I could target the lock instead of the safe.
Yeah.
But because it's probably like a safe door with like one of those wheel thingies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
but there's a keyhole. You can put a key in, but the safe is directly into the wall. So there's just that one place to target.
I would like to look for a key while he's looking for records.
Okay.
In this room.
I'll help him look through records.
Sounds good. So that takes
I
you
want to know
guys
information about it too.
5 hours in total. It's a mess. There's a lot of stuff all over the place, but you are able to get together enough stuff that it stands to reason you could, like, you would have a sizable buff on the checks you're making to figure out more about those prisoners, mechanically speaking. There are records of all 5 of them. Some of the records have been burned, some of them have been redacted, some of them have been both. But you do have them.
Okay. Because the nastier the people, the more likely it is they turn into ghost things when they die in such a situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that's somewhat common knowledge.
Yeah, you would know that.
Yeah.
So is there any information we should glean in particular?
It would be, you'd make those checks again, but you would get a buff on them. Specifically, you guys would have the chance once again to make... where is the thing I'm looking for? Where can it be? Knowledge history or knowledge local checks, which now have a +4 bonus for going through the notes.
And I have neither.
Oof.
Alright, guys.
Yeah.
I would like to roll local with a 3 plus the 4.
Okay. Which one specifically? Well, well, it's been a few weeks. I don't necessarily remember what's been revealed. If I start talking about something that sounds familiar, stop me, you guys. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys know that originally Harrowstone housed only the local criminals, but as its fame spread, people paid Harrowstone themselves money to house dangerous criminals. There were, at the time of the fire, there was a lot of particularly violent or dangerous ones here.
Yeah, there was the one guy who pretended to be a priest. There was some kind of swindling mage, I think. There was the one dude with the axe, if I'm not mistaken. Axe?
And the flute, the piper.
Yeah, the piper.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
So then the only one we haven't got yet, I believe. Is this one here? Is that doing a read? Do.
Well,
Okay.
we found like some hidden place which had like one of the items of each of the infamous guards, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as Shui goes looking through, you find some information about someone who's known as, like, you see the name over and over again. The paper you find serendipitously has the name the Mosswater Marauder over and over again, who also was known as Ibsen Onyx Cudgel. Mosswater was a town, and eventually it was overrun and ruined by water monsters, and before that happened, this man was a well-liked artisan and a loving husband. Come to be, he figured out that his wife was not being faithful, and he flew into a rage and struck her dead with his hammer. He, after this, realizing that he'd had a moment of insanity and he gets himself back together, he became convinced, this man did, that if he could rebuild his wife's skull, she'd come back to life. Unfortunately, he could not find that too. Unfortunately, he couldn't find the last piece. So instead, he snaps, and over the course of several weeks, he's a dwarf. This dwarf stalked and murdered almost 20 people trying to find a skull fragment that was like the missing puzzle piece, right, that he could put back in. He was captured just before murdering the daughter of a visiting nobleman and was sent to Harrowstone that same night. You guys have been flailing at this one for a while, so you've you know about Father Charlatan, you know about the Piper of Illmarsh, who like to feed people to sturges. We know about the Lopper, who like to hide in places for days and then jump out with an axe and ope them. But, and I think I might have told you a little bit about this, but I'll give it to you. The last prisoner, a man by the name of Heen Ferriman, a celebrated scholar of the study of personal names and their origins in the capital of Ustav, in Calathis. Long ago, celebrated scholar, but there was an accidental association with a succubus. You know how it goes. You're young, you fall in love, you realize she's a demon, it's all bad. Twisted and warped this guy's mind, turning his study of names into an obsession. He became obsessed with, like, true name magic, more or less. Soon enough, his reputation was ruined, he lost his tenure, and he developed an uncontrollable obsession with an imaginary link between a person's name and what happens to that name when the person dies. Every couple days, he'd secretly arrange for his victim to find a letter from their name written in blood, smeared on a wall sometimes, spelled out with entrails. Once he'd spelled his victim's name, he would at last come for them and kill them in a horrible, gory, bloody mess.
That sounds somewhat like the haunting experience I had this last night.
Doesn't it, though?
That's weird, because I touched the things of two others, the holy symbols and the book.
And I think he's going to be coming for you, Gildan.
Actually, the book is of the dude that he just said.
Yeah? Is
yeah,
it?
the spellbook comes from this dude.
Oh, he sounded
From
more.
Heen Ferriman.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a marshal, like a spellcaster, from the way.
Nope. Heen Ferriman is definitely the one that had the spellbook, and you're the one that looked in the spellbook, and you're the one whose name was written down in the spellbook.
Ah, okay. So that's what he's trying to murder me. Huh. Fair enough. I need to do some research into curse breaking at some point.
What if you change your name, Gildan?
You search that's actually something I was curious about. Is if he actually can decipher, if this Heen Felderman can actually decipher true names, or if he just kills people after he's like, oh, I used your name, now I'm gonna come kill you. Type deal, like, or is it actually your name?
I will also say it is unclear whether or not what Anthony just said is metagaming, because I'm not sure if you were able to determine the spellbook belonged to him.
Yeah, it's written on the notes in the top of the thing. It literally says Heen Fairman spellbook in the notes in our Discord.
Nope, fair enough. Never mind. We're good. This is what happens when you take 3 weeks off, guys. You can't do that in an intrigue game. My bad. My bad. You're good.
I've been holding a lot back that I'm trying not to metagame, but that was clearly revealed.
Ah, fair enough. You're
Because
good.
remember we figured that out, and then we put names to it all.
Right.
Yeah, on top of that, I was the one who wrote it down. I forgot.
Exactly.
all right.
I've been
Fair
holding
enough.
a
You guys
lot
are right,
back.
and I am wrong. Great. You did it. What's your next move?
That's why you write things down.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this will be our base of operations while we're here, guys.
There's one
Sure,
problem
sure.
with that.
Yeah.
The room no longer has a door.
I don't see a problem with that.
You definitely have your back to a wall. It definitely feels a little safer in here. But you
We have a
can't
puzzle
close
we
the
find
door.
safe that we can put in front of the missing door.
Well, let's see if this door is any good. Let's go to the next one, and let's not destroy this one. We'll just try to take it off its hinges.
Okay, that would take a disable device check or a craft door. I don't know. Is anyone good at doors?
Magic advice.
I'm not good at either of those. Knowledge engineering, I don't even have that either.
Engineering might be
Yeah.
alright.
Can I make it untrained?
You can try. Okay, so then the highest you can get is a
That's
10. There's a 10 there.
Yeah. Can I figure it out?
It's a start. It's the doors aren't gonna fit. This is clearly like on the other side of this. There's probably something much less like amazing because the doors aren't the same. The door that was in front of the warden's office was much more like it was a sturdier door. There was a window on it. This is just a plain wooden door here.
Aren't we the best characters for this? All right, let's go through this door then, huh?
Okay.
By
Yeah.
the way, we have no one who can like pick locks or anything, right?
You do not.
I do not believe so. I do not. I did not think that yet.
We'll grab another
Yeah.
patron who plays a rogue. That's what we'll have to do. So,
Yeah.
I'm just
so
gonna
surprised that you don't have a rogue. Normally, you always have a rogue.
blitz through this one because I'm kind of upset that the AP put them in here, but I'm leaving them for effect. This is a washroom.
Oh.
This is a privy.
Empty room.
There's nothing of use there. This room was once used as a washroom by the guards. The smaller chamber to the west was a privy. There's nothing of interest here today, so why are we talking about it in a published AP? Come on! And there you go, guys.
It's a
If you'd like to
bathroom.
use the bathroom, you have found the bathroom.
All right.
All right. Let's.
Oh, See,
Let's
that's good
continue.
that we did destroy the door there because we need some privacy when we.
we do need. Yeah. How does the privy feel? Does the privy feel a little bit safer?
I mean, you'd want to close and lock the door, probably. It doesn't have the same effect as the warden's office.
Oh, hey. Going
Like,
outwards.
hiding in the bathroom in a horror movie never goes well.
Choose
I don't know what you're talking about. You always go to the bathroom and under the bed
Yeah.
too. Always go under the bed or in the closet or basically or in a room filled with knives. Always
also-
find a room filled with knives to hide in.
Yeah, also, when someone tries to get through the door with an axe, just stay there and scream. Don't use the window to escape.
Nah.
Yup. There's no reason. Oh. And when somebody's chasing you, always run upstairs. Never outside the back. Always run upstairs.
Of course.
All right. Shall we go left?
Should write a book about what to do.
Yeah. You mean this door right here?
Yeah, Gelden. Or
Yeah.
Dewey.
Alrighty, I'm walking in that door.
Alrighty.
Oh man, it opens by itself. God damn it.
Did it open by itself? Sweet. I love doors that open by themselves.
Self-opening doors! I assume Chewie opened it. Okay. So in this room, there's me scrolling. It's a much bigger open area. There's a door where there's a door here. Oh, stop it with your boops! That's not what we're looking for! There's a door there, there's a door there, there's a door all the way up there, and then the hallway seems to circle around like this room here. And there's a door right here.
Mm-hmm. But that door seems to be open because it can look into the room.
Right here? Yeah, that door is open.
What do we see?
A perception check.
It
comes scurrying out at you! It's so spoopy, the spoopiest of perception checks ever. And
I have to put 0 bonus, but I keep rolling high on perception checks.
You are
That is nice.
What did I get?
So here's
totally
a quick thing. You guys are going to be my guinea pig for this, and everyone on YouTube can hear this too. I don't necessarily like that natural ones automatically do bad things anymore because I'm feeling like I'm gaming against people. It's not going to come up for Chewie right now, who just fumbled. But what I will say is if you score a critical hit in combat, henceforward, after it's confirmed, you may spend your hero point, and even if, I'm not using my webcam right now, or just capturing the dungeon, I will turn on my webcam, and I will draw a card from the critical hit deck. If they fumble at you, you may spend your hero point to have them draw from the fumble deck. Let it be known. In any case,
that's cool.
As you walk in, the door to this room has fallen from its hinges. Sorry about it, Geldern. The rectangular chamber beyond seems to have once been a chapel, but now thick sheets of what appear to be cobwebs drape everything within in gossamer threads.
That's not foreboding.
And with your perception checks, the highest one is an 18. There might be a surprise round. Let's see who can participate in it.
This one's the chapel, you said?
Yes. What's
do we get a surprise round on that?
So
that's a lot of d20s.
They rolled just as poorly as we did. I mean, kind of similar.
So the only person who can't act in the surprise round is Edgar. Okay. Because Edgar has an 11, or has a 10, and my lowest is a 13. Unfortunately.
A 13? So your one is... So that roll at plus 12?
Yes. Because they're very small, you see. As they come scurrying out. How small is very small? They're not so very small as to be able to swarm around, but they're all three. They come bursting out from the door. Basically, like crawling down the walls. They're about the size of small dogs. And everyone knows what they are. Because they're spiders.
It's spooters!
Hey, I like spiders. Oh, wait, I don't like spiders.
You like spiders. Molden does not. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So that's a thing that happens. We'll keep the initiative where it's at. I will throw 3d20s at the board really quickly. Or no, what am I doing? What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to the token layer. I'm going to click on this guy, and we're going to add a turn. And I'm going to click on this guy, and we're going to add a turn. And I'm going to click on this guy, and we're going to add a turn. And my initiative is that.
You're like opera, but instead of cards, it's turns.
Yeah, exactly.
You get a turn, you get a turn.
And you get a turn, and you get a turn, and you get a turn. And the haunt is not on the turn. Go away. There we go. So then the first one to act, and this is serendipitously, it has a move. Basically, they're going to take their move actions to all move up right in front of Edgar. You guys have a move or a standard action, not both. And it starts with Molden.
My character wants to flee. But he will summon eagles, which shouldn't be a problem.
Right, which is a standard action for you. So, out they come.
How many do I get? And it's no longer in my last 3 rolls.
As I'm grabbing them, Anthony, if you could remind us all what your drawback does.
I believe it's a -2 for me to do any attacks on him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm running away.
Got it. And there are 3. Oh, you need to have control of that. That belongs to Anthony for like the 5th time, Molden. Oh, boom.
Oh, they're right on top of these spiders because they're going to be eating them.
Sure. Okay.
All right, eat spiders.
So they have they're, well, it's awkward. They're still appearing inside a surprise round. And this is a standard action spell. Well, I guess they would get to cheat it, wouldn't they? Yeah, because they don't see a surprise round. They see the first round, and it's not a full round for you to cast. So, yeah, go ahead.
They only get 1 attack each, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to do this, and it'll be each one of them attacking a different one, basically.
Sure.
They're all bites, though. 17.
17 for 5.
Yep.
That hits.
Oh, that's a 5 for 4. And then a natural 20 for 6.
So the 5 misses. If you'd like to confirm the 20.
Let's see if I can.
Come on.
Another natural 20.
Okay, so then I'm going to ask you, Anthony, as I look back at my table to see where my deck is. Would you like to spend a hero point to draw from that deck?
Not on a spider.
Okay, got it. So, max thrice in a row, it does die a miserable death.
Yeah.
Net 20 into net 20. That's...
And a max damage on the D4.
Feels good. Y'all needed it. So, Edgar is unaware of any of this. Or is, doesn't have time to react. Geldern has a move or a standard.
A move or a standard.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite tell. From where I'm standing, would it be possible to burning hands into the room?
There's a hard corner there.
Okay, because I can see the spiders, so I'm just wondering. Okay.
You'd risk hitting
Edgar
Edgar
if you do that.
and the Eagles.
And my Eagles.
So I don't have enough actions to squeeze in and burning hands, right?
Right.
I only have a standard action, 2. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spooders.
Bad spiders.
Yeah. So I can't do my full round action magic missile.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I will do a standard action magic missile.
Okay.
I meant the magic missile this one because I can see that well, and it's fighting against an eagle.
Works for me.
So
Eagle are probably one, so
since I'm level 3, it's 2d4 plus 2. It takes 7 damage.
And it splats. It's gross. But it's also dead.
Nice.
And now we're on true initiative. And I'm going to try my very best to do a bit on Chewie. Resolving against Chewie's flat-footed, a 19.
It hits.
Alrighty.
especially because Chewie doesn't have armor.
1 point of non-lethal damage. And if you could make a fortitude save for me.
My fort's a 2.
Why, yes. So this thing bites, and it's about as big as a small dog. And it comes up and it bites into your thigh. It doesn't really hurt. It like a particularly large dog comes up and nips you. It's annoying, but it doesn't hurt you. Fort save +2.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
What was it?
Good thing that we have those potions against poison.
It was. I should throw it out there. Hero points are a thing. You do fail, Chewie.
What does the hero point do for him here?
He could reroll.
Oof.
You rolled a
We
6.
We got the disease things.
Okay.
Oh, it's not a disease, it's a poison.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a poison thing.
then I'd like to use a hero point to reroll.
But we also do have anti-poison things too, right?
So you rolled one
Antitoxin?
worse.
Yeah, we had the antitoxin potions.
Antitoxin only works if you drink it beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's unfortunate.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I don't really have a move action. I'm surrounded by things, but I just want to eat really bad. And it passes now to Molden.
And Molden moves.
Molden's nope.
Molden just nope, 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 and then the eagles will all attack this one spider.
Of course. Okay, doing a scroll. There's a 20 for 6. There's a that for it's dead. Super dead. But we're not off initiative because
I'm still running.
it passes back to Edgar. At the top of Edgar's turn,
Yeah.
Edgar makes a fort save and passes.
Ah.
The wound burns
Well done.
for a little bit, but you're fine. And the cure was 1 save. And that's it. We're good. Molden takes off. Molden nopes out real fast.
They're
No.
dead, Molden. Your eagles took care of them.
Just, not again! Not again!
Is there something you would like to talk about? I showed you all I was bald. Whatever this is.
Burn every single spider in Spiderweb, please.
okay.
If you have a cantrip that can burn it, that'd be better.
Yeah, I'm just
I will
checking.
come back gingerly. Is they gone?
Well, prestidigitation can at best create sparks, I think.
Yeah, prestidigitation can change the colors. You could like mage hand the cobwebs out.
Yeah.
Like a one of
Yeah,
those things.
I guess that's pretty much what I would do. I will use Mage Hand to remove all the cobwebs and maybe a lot of the pieces of exploded spiders.
Okay,
Put them all in one corner.
you're certainly able to do so.
There probably are a bunch of like little spiders in that room too.
Yeah,
Just, I
probably.
mean, not like enough to be a swarm, but it would be like, you know, because if there are the big spiders, there probably are smaller spiders too.
Makes
And
sense.
then we'll use some of the useless paper from the room and my flint and steel and burn everything in that corner.
Not again. Not again.
Not again. Okay, fair enough. The room is cleared of debris.
Okay. It
Up to-
also now smells like toasted spider.
I will
Yeah.
not be going in that room. That's up to you guys to search it. No.
Okay.
Just nope, 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 nope. Eagles, surround me. Keep them spiders away. There's one there. Get it. Get it now.
And so they do die.
Alright.
A little spider gets plucked.
I've
Okay.
never played a character that's afraid of
This-
spiders before. This is actually kind of fun.
It's also realistic.
I'm not
Spiders.
I'm not scared of spiders at all in real life, and this is just, it's so funny for me to be afraid of spiders. I used to own a tarantula for God's sake.
I have a
Free
friend
handle.
who is scared of spiders in like games and everything, and he always, whenever in games spiders shows up, he always gets like spooked by them. Especially like in some games where they like come down from the ceiling. Like I think in Dragon Age Inquisition, you were like running, and then suddenly they would come down from the ceiling, and then he would get spooked every single time. Even when he played a part before, knew they would come down at that point, he would still get spooked.
Bull.
Well,
Like,
I took a drawback on this character. That's one I chose, and there's actually a story thing. So,
There is.
Molden, I don't like spiders. We'll just leave it at that. And if we ever see any of them again, please kill them fast.
and I don't like cultists.
Shoot, 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 shoot.
Well, I'm in the room looks somewhat like a small room with an altar or something.
Yeah, just a little church of Pharasma, or a little chapel of Pharasma.
Oh, she will be so happy when I walk in here with like a bunch of fake holy symbols.
Yeah.
Well, they're not fake holy symbols. They're all real holy symbols. It's just they're all symbols of many different gods.
Oh yeah, true. They are all real,
You worship
but
a
you're not supposed to
pantheon.
carry several on you.
Well, I don't get that because there are people that believe in multiple gods in this world.
Yeah,
So I don't know why that's exactly a bad thing.
maybe
It's
because
not a bad thing. You know it's a bad thing because the guy had a bunch of holy symbols to impersonate a different, like, the priest of whatever faith he needed to. Pantheism is
Okay,
fine.
gotcha.
Lying is not, basically.
Yeah, also impersonating priests in general.
Yeah.
It's kind of like impersonating, like, policemen or something.
Hmm.
Hey, Gildan, can you detect magic? There may be something here. It was a altar.
Yeah, sure. I use detect magic.
Detect Magic does pick up some stuff here. There's a cabinet that's covered with webs that you don't really think to look at first,
Well,
and then
it shouldn't be covered in webs anymore. I try to remove all the webs in the room.
fair enough. A cabinet that's covered in nothing at all. It pings as magic. There's definitely some stuff in that cabinet.
Oh, I point at that cabinet. There's magical things in there.
I have a little
Is
moat
this
that I
the
just
cabinet?
created a little moat with create water around me as I'm standing out in the hallway. Did he get them all?
Yes! I burned all their remains too, even the little ones.
Spiders don't like water. Water.
I open up the cabinet to put.
I mean, I understand him. Spiders are totally unholy abominations, so holy water should work.
Hey, speaking of holy water, inside the cabinet, there are 5 vials of holy water, a wand,
Oh, you
and
can
a
give that
scroll.
to her.
And a scroll.
Ooh,
Scroll
Wait, you
and
said a wand?
Mm-hmm.
a wand. And a scroll.
I'm
Oh man,
very
I want
interested in
to.
wand.
I want to identify those things.
I take them outside of
But
this
it
room.
takes time.
Okay. So Chewie takes him out of the room. Geldern wants to try to identify them.
Yeah.
Geldern has read magic, I guess.
Yes, I have detect and read magic.
Alright, the scroll is a scroll of lesser restoration.
Oh, that's useful. I think we have a few of those already.
We have a wand of lesser restoration still.
You also have a
Oh,
wand.
all right. We already used some, right?
Yeah, you've used
Yeah,
quite
we
a
use
bit of it.
7 charges?
You've got a scroll. You've also got a, with detect magic and showing it to Molden, there is a wand of cure light wounds. Caster level 1, 15 charges.
Put that in the Discord, would you?
Yeah,
Could you?
got you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
It's just easier to keep track of that stuff when
Mm-hmm.
you're the
Yeah.
player.
Sure.
There's so much stuff going on all the time.
And we sometimes have weeks where we're not playing.
Well,
Makes
this was a pretty long break. I don't think we had ever had such a long break before.
Yeah, that was just because Robin was out, and like I had some stuff go down, and Emmy had some stuff go down. And it was just like we'll come back to it when everybody's in town at their computer and at like a good mental state. And that's where we're at now. And you found stuff.
All right.
Where do we go from
Well,
here?
we will hunt all the holy water to the holy water wasting guy, because he keeps using it for spiders.
No, I didn't use holy water. I used my ability to create water.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like sprinkling holy water around you. Like,
No.
Unholy abominations, stay away from me.
As much as my character hates spiders, he knows for a fact that they're not unholy.
Yeah.
He
I
knows
think we
he's
should-
monster efficient. He knows a lot about monsters.
You have literal training that says they're not unholy. They're
Well,
just bad.
You know that they are unholy, but they have immunity to holy water.
Well, we also know that the spiders do not like to go on top of water because they can actually drown because their lungs are actually on the bottom of them. So if they walk across water and do not have the ability to actually walk across the water, they drown.
Huh.
So that's why I do that.
I learned something today.
I know how to defeat spiders.
Yes!
Only spiders that can't walk across the surface of a pond, which there are a lot of spiders that actually can do this because they're small enough where they can walk across it without breaking the
surface
water.
tension.
The surface tension, exactly.
Fair enough. Dang.
How
That's
much-
terrifying.
Quick question: how much chirping do you hear?
A lot. The birds of Germany.
Just wondering. I just noticed that the birds are just once again chirping.
Nah, it's
We got-
sweet. I've heard ambulances from Japan. I've heard birds from Germany. It's been a very worldly session tonight. But what's our next
We
move,
got
gang?
ominous music with birds chirping.
Yeah.
This room, then?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's opposite of the spider room.
Does it open or do we magic missile it?
The door
I leave,
opens.
I leave an eagle here to attack the remaining spiders that if it sees any.
Of course.
Watch my back.
Is the door locked?
The door opens. There is a... Oh, I realize I double-lined my dynamic lighting, and I have no means of erasing
Yeah.
it. Well, you can see the whole room. It doesn't super matter. I will really quickly... Hang on a second. Stand by. We're drawing a line. Here we go. I'm so good at stuff as I'm talking and stalling for time. If you guys could...
Protection value.
Yeah! If you could make a perception check for me, guys.
9.
Boom, boom, plus, oh, boom, bang. 27, 24.
I keep rolling high on perception checks. I don't get it.
You do.
I'm supposed to be terrible.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
So you
All
guys
those
open the
rolls
door.
were wasted.
Okay. This chamber is in a shambles. Old wooden benches lie in ruins along the walls, while rusty chains and bits of rotten rope lie scattered on the floor.
Do you like chains that chain people to walls?
You assume.
Well, I think Edgar, you volunteered to go first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when the chains come out and grab you, because that's just the basic trope here.
And also, I think you know what's going to happen. Edgar did roll the highest.
I honestly do not remember this room at all. So
The
I do not remember
AP
this
is
room.
the AP is literally set to say whoever rolls the highest on perception check has something bad happen as soon as they step in the room, and that was Edgar. And Edgar's in the room. Yeah. Edgar hears in his mind faint sobbing, the clanking and rattling of chains. Suddenly, you're filled with a sensation of hopelessness and the strange feeling of manacles going over your wrists. They pass in like a split second. But rising yonder, I must go to the GM info overlay, and I must move it to the token layer. Oh jeez, oh jeez, not that. No, I keep opening that and I don't mean to. Put it on the token layer. A set of manacles rises up.
Hi, manacles.
Hello, Chewie. It doesn't say that.
I already have a talking sword. You want to come along?
Also, that would mean that the chain is metagaming.
The chain has seen into Doomsday Dawn and knows it. It knows so well. Okay, so then that happens there. You need to go to the initiative, my friend. Go to your initiative. Oh, where is the button? There it is. It gets to go first as we go back into initiative.
Hey, it rolls the same number that I did.
So it's gonna.
Except I don't have bonuses.
What's my move speed? So this thing, the chains rise, and at 5 foot steps, it flies. It's 5 feet off the ground as they begin flying Edgar's direction.
Oh man. I
Well,
love
what do I
that
do?
things get 5 foot step even if they're like not people or animals. It's like just let me 5 foot float over there.
And so it does. Floating on over, it had to do. I am putting the math together for Elephant in the Room. I forgot to do that for the Spider. The Spider should have hit for a lot harder. 16 to hit Chewie's flat-footed.
It hits me.
Because everyone automatically adds dex to damage. So it's not 1d3 minus 2. It's 1d3 plus 2. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the chain hits you. As it does so, it tries to wrap around your arms. Does a boom, bang, a 15 over your CMD minus your dexterity as you're flat-footed.
Okay, minus dex. Let's see, that's a 19 minus dex is a 17.
Okay, fair enough. So it is unable to grab onto you and it passes the molded.
Disrupt undead.
Okay. The spell fails.
Oh. Eagles attack.
Chicken attack.
Koriniku attack.
I play eagles in attack mode.
It's gonna be right above Edgar, but yeah.
Right.
And then they're each
Flapping
gonna
around
make an attack.
above his head. If he isn't careful, it ends up like the GIF that we have on Discord, where
They are
there's
also
like the eagle with the wig on.
They are smiting if that makes a difference.
It doesn't make a
so-
difference. Some of those attacks hit. None of them seem to do any real damage.
Okay. Well, they only get one smites anyways. Might as well use them up.
Okay. Is that all then?
Yeah, I tried Disrupt Undead. I had my Eagles attack. Yeah.
Ed boy, life has many doors. You seem to have opened the wrong one.
Well, life also has many exits. I take a 5-foot step backwards.
Okay. That was good. That was well done.
You have literally left the room.
As I draw my sword. And I already hear cry. I already have this thing talking in my head. I don't want you crying in my head.
Okay. Anything else from you?
That'll be it. I'm waiting to see. I'm preparing to attack it if it comes out, though.
Passes the Geldern.
I full round magic missile.
Okay, understood.
It takes 7.
Okay, so you fire in, and it doesn't seem to be much bothered by the magic missiles.
Seems to ignore most force damage.
It continues to float out of the room. After old Chewie. Oh, Chewie. Here's a 22 to hit you.
It hits.
Here's 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And a 7 does not get into your... anywhere close, I assume.
Oh.
To your CMD. As
No,
I just quickly do a double check. Okay, fair enough. It passes to Molden.
Man, positive energy didn't do anything. The Eagles attacking with Smite didn't do anything. The magic missile didn't, which is force damage, didn't do anything. What the fuck is this thing?
use your monster knowledge.
What? Can I roll anything? Can I roll like Arcana with monster knowledge or Dungeoneering for monster lore? Or
Both of those are fine. Both of those are fine.
With monster lore, that adds a 3, so it's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely grab it. It's clear that this thing is haunted. But the haunt has... It's not that it is haunted and it's like a poltergeist. Rather, this is a symptom of Harrowstone's like overall disease, which has caused this thing to rise. But it's not that like this is a spirit that's attacking you. Rather, it's a spirit that is so been put inside of these shackles that it hasn't risen as a ghost. It's caused it to animate as an animated object.
Huh.
The reason you're not damaging it is because it has a lot of hardness.
Oh.
And Smite doesn't go through it because it's not.
Because it
okay.
is not... While technically being animated by a gigantic haunt, it is not evil.
Interesting. I have no idea how to take care of this then.
I think I could try diplomacy, and I can talk to undead things.
It's not really undead. It's like a
Technically, it is a construct.
Okay.
yeah.
The most simplest of golems.
I guess the best thing I could do is try to hit criticals with my eagles. So they all 5 foot. Hey, there's a natural 20.
As we all scroll through this gigantic... Okay, can you confirm the natural 20? You cannot.
13?
13 doesn't get there.
Or 11? Sorry. 11.
So the eagles go tearing into this thing, but it doesn't really seem super affected.
Do we have any people who can deal positive damage?
We tried disrupt undead, and they didn't.
Yeah,
work.
disrupt undead is positive. It doesn't affect if it's just an animated object, you kind of just need to dispel it or something like it. But then I'm pretty sure it's gonna just come back.
I mean, if it's a haunted object, I think haunted objects take damage from positive energy.
It's not technically a haunt. It's literally, I'm just flavor texting a construct.
Oh, okay. Okay. Probably.
Looks like a construct that we have nothing to do anything damage to it.
We could just try hit it and see if we can break through it.
Does it pass to Edgar?
I'm actually going to try to attack it with my sword since I've never actually used my sword before.
Okay, fair enough. So 5 foot step and attack.
5 foot step, draw my sword finally for the first time ever, and attack.
Okay. So you come really close, but the fact that you have to swing at a small thing around a corner is enough for it to miss.
Gotcha.
Edgar.
I would like to use my standard action to activate my vampiric might to make sure I hit this thing.
Sure.
And do the extra. Does it count if these attacks count as magic? Does that help?
Unfortunately, no. It doesn't have damage reduction, it just has hardness.
Alright. I attack it. I'm two-handing my sword since I don't have my shield anymore.
Okay. What do you add?
And this doesn't count as undead, so it's only a plus 6 this time.
+6?
Wait, hang on. Vampiric
Damn.
might, +5. Let me look at my BAB. I might not have updated that on the thing. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. 7.
Alright, so then you'd have a total of 9, which kind of just swings wide. And Geldern.
How are you getting that? That's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this thing that I have.
If it
Well,
wasn't undead, I'll be adding a plus.
it's a
9
construct,
to
so ray of enfeeblement won't do anything.
Yeah, but I only get a +5, and I actually have a +3 to strength and a
It's
+2 BAB. I'm so confused.
It's probably also not going to take much damage if I try to burn it. See, because it's made of metal. If it was like a chair or anything, fire damage would probably be effective, but metal chains will probably be unaffected by my fire. Don't actually think I have anything to really do anything to this thing.
We could just go into the room with the spy, where the spiders won't close the door.
The problem is that Moladin won't enter that room.
They were burned, buddy.
You can throw the safe at it.
Lead it back to the safe. Throw the
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, drop the safe on it. Try rising now. No, I kind of don't really have an idea how to damage that thing.
Okay, fair
I mean,
enough.
my magic doesn't do anything, and my fire probably won't do anything, I assume.
Probably not. A 9 misses. passes to Molden.
Oh, nobody moved, so it's still...
It's just continuing to swing at Chewie. And it's on you, man.
Yep. I am going to walk through to where my eagle there, so I can get flanking. So if it has an attack opportunity,
Okay.
it can take it.
Oh, and you get that extra bonus damage since we both have that teamwork feat.
That's a natural one.
It does.
I will use my hero point to make it draw from the deck of fumbles.
All right. I'm going to talk really loud because I have to get up from my computer to go get this. I hope we can all still hear me. La la, big production values, got big production energy here. Black Dragon Gaming, be a patron. You can play games with me, and I can't hear anyone talking. Wow, you guys were quiet that whole time. I put back on the headphones and there's just nothing there.
Well, you were so loud.
No, thank you.
Well, you were so loud. So.
I was... Alright, so I will... Stand by, everybody. I've got to capture my video device. Oh, hello. I actually got a new cam since we played last.
I gotta go on Twitch for that.
We're actually not streaming right now because... because reasons... Because I kept having connection problems, so I just decided to bail horribly. Hello, is that me? Where is me? Hello, me?
What do you need the camera for then?
Because it's still gonna go to YouTube. Oh, video capture device. And well, I don't know why it doesn't want to work. So we're gonna be horrible, and I'm just gonna draw in. It's attacking with a bludgeoning. Well, these are melee range, natural or magic. Okay, fair enough. As this thing goes to swing at the eagle, it overextends itself, and that one doesn't really. Well, that could work. Sure. It needs to make a reflex save. That's awkward, but technically could happen. It's what? Who? Plus that. We'll see what the number is. Okay.
Oh.
So this was on what I drew was the thing is called Hand It Over. And it says, your target gains possession of your weapon. Reflex negates. So for almost a split second, the eagle grabs the animated object, but a 20 is enough to dodge out.
Oh, it attacked me, by the way.
Oh, it attacked you? Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. So you almost grabbed this thing, but it's able to dodge out of the way.
So, a quick question. Does any of you guys have a proper way to damage this thing?
Wait,
yeah, if I hit
grab it?
If I hit it, it pretty much will be very, very injured.
Okay, good. Otherwise, I would just take out my iron pot from my backpack and we can just...
just throw it in the backpack.
Trap it in the pot.
I mean, that's
a good idea.
Possible.
I think we should try that. Like, I grapple it and then you put it in the pot.
Okay, this is... Okay. I will, now that I have flanking bonus, add 1 to this attack. Oh, natural 20.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a 19, sorry. Add 1 to the attack because I am power attacking. And then that will also do... And that's a crit confirmation. Oh, natural 20 for the confirmation.
And fortunately, as a Pathfinder, constructs are in fact able to be crit. So if you'd like to fill in for that destruction...
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just take the bastard sword and I slice right through it in half, just all the way down. The construct is now now scrap metal all over the place as it just shatters.
Why, yes, it is.
Shade fragments, splinter everywhere. It's like a frag grenade.
Okay.
Finally, that was the first time I actually used my bastard sword.
That's a good weapon. You should use it more often.
Hardness 10 is super mean, but when you only have 5 hit points, 7 damage will do it. Words to live by, kids.
I didn't add the power attack damage to it, but yeah, it's fine.
Good enough. Dead is dead. Okay. Well,
alrighty then. Let's check this room out, and not if there's any more chains lying around. I'd prefer not to activate them.
Okay.
I don't want to go in that room. I'll stand watch.
That's fine.
Makes sense.
Since I didn't stand inside of this spider room, you could not stand inside this room. Do you want us to do perceptions then?
You don't necessarily have to. There's nothing of value in this room. Lots of like really, really ratty rope and busted up chains. Nothing here.
All right. That's unfortunate.
When you come out, you see me trying to pet an eagle.
It looks at you funny because it doesn't know what to do, and you feel the celestial energy and maybe a little bit of fire.
The important part is, which hand do you use? The one with the evil carbuncle or the normal one?
The one with the normal one, because the sword is drawn, it's pointed away. Good.
Because I wouldn't be sure how celestial eagles would react when you try to pet them with an evil carbuncle.
Get in Chewie's head. It's just, Master, the blood of celestial eagles is divine. Master, kill them.
Murder them all.
Shall we continue?
Yes.
How was everybody looking? You got hit a few times, Edgar.
I'm a bit damaged. I can keep kicking on for a while. I'm not too hurt.
Well, now we have this beautiful little wooden stick that does this thing where it actually heals. So if you're damaged enough, we can always use that.
Yeah.
Hit them with a stick.
I'm at yeah. I'm lost a total of a fourth of my hit points.
It's up to you.
Yeah, just to be safe. Who knows when we'll get a chance to heal.
All right. I believe you can slap yourself with a stick too, but you can't roll dice. So I will do that for you.
Well, I can. It's a slow.
3 points.
How much?
3.
3.
Alright.
All right. I think we should continue.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for spiders. They're my mortal enemy.
Change.
They're my mortal enemy. I love having 3 eagles. It is great.
Yeah.
Do
Formation.
we go left or right or forward?
It's up to you. I will leave that up to you.
Can we flavor text that you don't summon eagles, but you summon German songbirds? Because it'd be really good.
Yeah. I mean, if they have the same stats.
In
They're
Germany,
very
the songbirds are
buff
as big as
songbirds.
eagles.
Yeah, they're really beefy songbirds.
Well,
Yeah.
you could go down the hallway.
Jim.
You could go in this door. Whoop.
Yeah, if we go right, it's back to the infirmary. If we go left, there's 2 doors down there, it looks like. And then there's
And
one
one door
door
forward.
directly in front of us.
I think we should do the one in front of us since it's only one door.
Sure.
Sounds fun.
Want to go first again, Mr.
Yeah.
You're not affected by
Negative damage.
negative?
I see if the door's locked before even trying to open it.
The door is not locked.
I mean, how do
Damn
you
it.
know if the door is locked without trying to open it?
Well, I don't push it forward. I see if the handle turns left or right.
Yeah, he just jiggles the
Gotcha.
handle a little.
All right. Jesus.
So you
Alright.
pop it then.
Slowly.
All right. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is another. I'm gonna move Chewie in the room. I'll move everybody so we can all see how big this room is. This is a privy. There's nothing of use here. It's a big room. We could have just as easily drawn a line through. I don't understand why this is here. I have complaints.
Well, maybe they were like, okay, let's make just some rooms and have them empty so the GM can put in whatever he wants.
No, I could have put in so
And
many
they should have
bathroom
noticed
oozes,
that, right?
so many poop golems.
Hey, an animated
Going Gotham?
toilet would have been hilarious.
Fair enough.
A goal at Gotham?
Toilet golem.
A Baku golem.
Anybody ever seen Dogma?
Yes, it's been a while, but
Literally when they're in the strip club. The Gold Gotham.
Gold Gotham. Well, so we got 3 doors coming down the left. Or the right, rather, and we got a door over here.
It's still kind of weird. There's like nothing in there. There's like things. They're like things all around the walls, and there's nothing in there.
Mm-hmm.
First door first?
First door
You could have at least put like some fluff in there.
I mean, it's pretty. What more fluff do you want? Okay, everybody stacks up on the door. Chewie opens the door. I move Chewie off the square so I can get to the dynamic lighting and grab him. And alrighty, going in we go into this room. Funnest of rooms. Perception checks all around, please.
9.
Let's see if my
Robin just thought that Chewie said no.
Oh no! I finally rolled low.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Does that mean the bad thing's gonna happen to me this time?
Oh, maybe. Several rusty iron tubs sit in this room along with washboards, metal buckets, and heaps of moldy clothing. And
I don't want to be attacked by laundry, guys.
I guess I'll go in first this time.
And you did, in fact, roll the highest. Y'all know how it is. Here we go. Alrighty.
I'm always having my ego with me.
So, as you move in, Molden notices right about there. Some of the moldy clothing is like, there's something struggling inside it. As if, like, a small child or an animal or something had gotten under the clothing and got stuck somehow.
Fingers crossed, no spider.
Not a spider. In fact...
Why'd you have to bring up spiders?
It's like Molden is like, not a spider, not a spider, not a spider.
Why'd you have to bring that up? Why do they have to be spiders? What are you talking about? There's no spiders.
We wish it was spiders. In fact, it's another animated object. This time an animated straitjacket. So that's fun. Well,
I can burn that. That's made of fabric.
Yeah, but that'll be with me attached to it, I'm assuming.
Well, it's got to roll in.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't your type of tiefling get some fire resistance?
That's pretty low.
It is. Good. Molden is first.
Oh. That straitjacket. I mean, it looks like it's going to attack me, right?
It is flying your direction, yeah.
Then I will 5 foot and pull out my sword. Well, I already have my sword out. Let's do this!
Okay. That definitely connects, and it's not hard. You slice down in, it seems to have no ability to resist you. The cloth tears.
One-shot?
Bad cloth.
Not one-shotted. Still kicking.
Okay, that's what I was wondering about, because based on the damage, if it had the same HP as the last thing, that would have been dead.
Alright, all 3 eagles move into positions.
Tear it apart!
So they do. It's still kicking, but all of those connect, and bits and pieces of it go flying all over the place.
Oh no!
I think it's harder than expected.
I think I blew my load! It might destroy me!
All done?
That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, go.
I walk into the room to attack the thing.
Okay.
That is a +7 to hit.
Ah, yes, I have to roll for you. I forgot. +7. 22 hits. 1d.
So you keep forgetting that.
Alright, and this is a masterwork 1. So, if my character sheet would like to load back up, please. Timed out.
Boo.
Yes, boo. On the character sheet, it's not wanting to work.
Masterwork doesn't add to damage.
Right.
I know, I'm just remembering how big the dice was.
It's a d10.
D10.
Oh, you're doing a bastard sword as well?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a D10 with a +5 because of my strength and
All right.
2 hand in it.
Fair enough. And more cloth is ripped all over the place. Geldern.
The thing is still alive.
It is?
Jeez. I will stand where I am and do a 4-round action magic missile.
Okay. So it has 2 hit points left. Flavor that kill.
Yes!
Ooh.
Easy. Double ones.
Good enough.
Well, it looks pretty torn already, but I've fired the magic missiles and all the fabric comes apart and it disperses in the room.
Good enough for me. Alrighty. And no more initiative. Much less scary because no hardness.
Yeah.
What do,
the
team?
room shaped like a triangle. I just now realized that. I didn't think that was a wall. Till I hit it.
I think we want to check this room out, see if there's anything of value in here.
Yep.
Definitely value hunters.
Yeah.
We may not be good peacekeepers, but we are bounty hunters.
But you're good murder hobos. Sure. Perception checks all around.
That's 9.
Oh, the previous perception check was just for the creature then?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing.
Okay. So there's on the north wall, right about there, there is a little chute made out of tin that one would be able to dump like dirty water out of the prison and might serve for a little small thing to escape the prison. But they're basically just moldy clothing as far as the eye can see. Not really anything of value. About the only thing that Chewie could put on that would be worse than what Chewie is currently wearing.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe I got prestidigitation. Might be able to clean some of this stuff so that Chewie actually has some clothes other than just, bags.
That is true.
I do have prestidigitation. I can clean that.
Okay.
After they clean it, I put on the prison arm. Is it the prisoner's clothing or guard clothing?
The prisoner's clothing. You would be putting on a prisoner's uniform.
You can blend in.
I am not walking into town like this.
Yeah,
But I will wear it through here.
That's funny that none of us have a spare change of clothes. I didn't even think of getting one.
So,
Well,
Chewie puts on the clothes. Can Chewie make a will save?
I knew it.
Aha!
What do you add, my friend?
My will is a 5.
Fair enough. Okay. That's fun. It says you put on these these prison clothes. Yeah, that could work. We'll do that. So, you put them on, and they had... Oh, it was... Even with prestidigitation on, it's super hard to tell the name of the person on the robes. But then, as Edgar pulls on the robes, running across his chest, Edgar Xavier.
Ha! Ha! Oh shit! It was nice knowing you, Edgar.
Well,
Do
we
you
can
feel
test your theory
caged?
here. What?
Doesn't feel caged, but you can look down and see Edgar Xavier.
Maybe that's just a normal thing to prevent, so that they don't have to name the inmates. It's just like the clothes themselves, just always do that. But now,
if that was the case,
Magic.
right, exactly. Nothing pings, not even what Chewie is wearing.
Oh, never mind. It's been nice knowing you, Edgar.
Well,
I think you're trapped here now.
Well, didn't you say that, what if someone changed their name? And isn't the name... Oh, they're talking about the name of the from your father's line, or would it be the name people just know you as? Because I do not use my father's last name. I don't think.
Well, it is your character. It does say Edgar Xavier, the name you
Okay,
use.
yeah. Okay, I was just thinking if I went by my father's name, the magic would just go dead.
Just So as you guys are pondering this, Chewie, along the sleeves, and only you can read this, the sleeves run down real baggy, like almost over your hands. Writing pops up. I'll put it in the Discord as well. But, come to my world and be as I. As I am now, soon you will be. Embrace your end and witness me. Below this inscription, like this runs down your arm and then like rotating onto your bicep, died 4661 AR.
Guide 4661 AR.
We need context. When is that?
Chewie could make a check.
A history check?
Chewie can make a history check or a local check.
My beta is local with a 3.
Okay, gotcha. But boom. So that was the same year as the fire.
Uh-oh. Edgar, I think you're dead.
You've been saying that a lot this session. Oh man, I think you're dead. As Edgar realizes this, all of the writing disappears and fades away.
Come with me to my world, as I am, you will soon be. And this it may be the prisoner, maybe the person with the book's clothing, and and you will be as me. He is dead. It's saying I will be dead. Then maybe.
Maybe you already are dead. All right, let's go to the next room.
Maybe we're already dead, but you don't know
dead.
yet.
Maybe we all died, actually. Back in the town, they actually killed us, and we're walking through this, and we're actually the ghosts. And we're killing people. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Spoopy! Very spoopy! Spoopiest!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe we died. I'm so confused.
Okay. So...
God, am I dead? I'm afraid.
Regathiel does not respond.
Uh-oh. You are dead.
Uh-oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's move on, I guess.
So this one then?
Yes,
Yeah.
Edgar, Mr. Prisoner, would you like to go in first?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I see the door now.
Alrighty.
Open the door.
Boom.
Geldrin? Do we have a Geldrin?
We have the birds of Germany.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so then
I enter the-
Molden and Edgar both make perception checks. And now also Geldrin. Neat.
Yay!
A 9.
We got an 11, we got another 7. Well done.
That's
I
three in a row.
think that's actually jackpot. That was 3 sevens in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means you got a crit coming up.
Robin and I need to drop everything and go to Vegas. He's on fire. Anthony has rolled a lot of like max into max into max as well. Lots of green. Anywho, tangled mounds of moth-eaten fabric sit on several wooden tables, each surrounded by workbenches. Various sewing tools, shears, needles, rolls of thread, boxes of chalk, and other objects lie scattered over the floor, while the arm of what appears to be a skeleton protrudes from a stained heap of fabric to the west. As you guys see this, the arm it almost imperceptibly twitches as you guys enter. And rising from the pile where that is a ghost. And that is where we're going to call it tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry for my internet poo-poos. The good news is you guys can go ahead and go to level 4.
Yay!
Yes! Level
Will we actually get the spell then?
Yes, you will get the new stuff.
Okay, good.
But until then, we'll be back at it next week. Be sure to like, subscribe, ding the bell. We'll see what happens next time. Say bye, y'all.
Bye.